Valley.
If you live near Alex, Alma, Branch, Bloomer, Mountainburg, or Ozark, Wave Rural Connect Internet may be available to you right now. Wave is now serving a few non-member areas and adding more in the coming months. Check availability online. Sign up.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you in the market for a new office printer or multifunction device? Look no further. At Dixie Digital Imaging, we bring a legacy of experience and a rock-solid reputation. Our state-of-the-art solutions are tailored to meet your business needs seamlessly. Why settle for anything less? Call us now at 479-783-6600 to get a quote on your next office printer or multifunction device. Elevate your office efficiency with Dixie Digital Imaging, where experience and reputation meet excellence. That's Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson. I'm with Ethan at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Ethan, what promotion do we have going on?
We're putting on a 5K challenge. If you sign up during the month of February and ride at least 5,000 or more miles by September 27th, you'll win a gift card and a t-shirt. Riders who accumulate at least 5,000 miles and complete 3 check-ins will earn a $75 Wheeler Power Sports gift card. Fuel up, sign up, and hit the road. See our Facebook page for full details.
Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Well, you know, if you'd watched any of the local newscasts last night, they would have talked to you like you had a single-digit IQ, and they would have told you exactly what to put in your car, like a blanket, you know, maybe some gloves, a coat. How about a coat?
It's hot out. They go, police officer Chief Smith says, like, here are some tips to stay hydrated.
Yeah,
and then they cut to the interview, and he's like, do you want to stay hydrated by drinking water? Maybe some Gatorade?
Oh, thank God they're there.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a call play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball-playing guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
If you're just waking up, Patrick Mahomes is still running for his life. I mean, they chased him all the way to the car when the game was over last night. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see the issue being decided by halftime.
He'll be seeing Eagles,
man,
in his nightmares for days.
That was total domination.
I mean, I woke up.
It was like an old-time Super Bowl.
I woke up in the middle of the night and thought the Eagles were chasing me.
Yeah. Well,
I mean.
And they did it without a blitz,
just
too. They didn't have to do
defensive
anything.
linemen chasing me all night. That is, you know what was on display last night?
What's that?
The SEC. You know why?
Yeah.
That's what it's like to play in the SEC.
Some of those guys were
Dominant
SEC guys.
Defensive lines in the SEC change football games. I don't care how good of a quarterback you are. If you can't get any time, it's over.
And it was over fast. You know, you could tell from the beginning that Philadelphia's defense had Kansas City a step or two off stride. I mean, to me, they didn't look right from the beginning of the game. And I give Philadelphia credit for that. It's nothing against Kansas City. I just thought that Philadelphia, just from the get-go, was the best team. Chiefs fans really got off easy because they had the entire second half to come to grips with the fact that, hey, we've had back-to-back Super Bowls. We're not going to three-peat. But, you know, we've had a great run. And so by the time the game was over, they'd reconciled all that in their mind, and they were able to sleep well. Whereas if they'd lost a close game, would have yanked their hearts
So
out.
you're not happy.
No, I didn't say I wasn't happy.
Because you really wanted to see what you had pegged as the absolute fake wholesomeness. You really wanted to see that.
I actually felt a little sorry for Chiefs fans. Kind of sound a little condescending
Yeah,
here.
well, yeah.
I
mean,
actually felt
it's
sorry.
your time. I
felt sorry.
It's you and all your people's time.
Well, I say this
to rain on.
I say this as a Cowboys fan.
The Chiefs.
This team's not been there in 30 years, so I know it rings hollow. But yeah, it was. I was totally.
You know, I got up this morning, made the coffee, was getting ready to come into the office, said to myself, like, who's my team now?
That's the thing. All you Chiefs fans can go back to your regular favorite team.
Who's
now.
my team going to be?
Yeah.
Like moving forward. It's not going to be Philadelphia. I can't see. I mean, if they win, maybe next year, if they win 2 in a row, maybe I'll become a little bit of an Eagles fan.
Eagles fly.
But I just kind of looked at my one Chief shirt today, and I just said, who am I going to give that to? That's, lifelong fan since 21 or COVID. I don't know. I've always said, for real, I am a Chiefs fan based on where they are and the fact that they've been winning. You pay attention. I at no point in the game last night, this is where Edward and I probably differ because he is an actual Chiefs fan. Was I upset or I had people at my house that used to be my friends that were just giving me the business for 4 quarters, and I go, I don't this is not bothering me. Whatever.
I'm good.
What's this used to be my friends at my house thing?
Well, because of the way their behavior last night.
They, as of last night.
Right.
As
a lot
of
of
now,
changes.
they're former friends.
A lot of changes.
I got you.
A lot of changes for us come lately Chiefs fans last night.
I hear you.
New friends, new team. What are we going to do next year?
Back to your old life.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Back to the whiteboard. It's just a wide open life of possibilities ahead of us all.
Well, I would like to recommend.
Nice run. It was a nice run.
I would like to recommend the Cowboys to you, but that's not worked
I like
very
the
well.
Cowboys too.
It's just not worked well.
I like. By the way, how about Kellen Moore being the offensive coordinator for the Eagles for 1 year, winning the Super Bowl in New Orleans, where he'll now become the head coach. And I bring him up because you mentioned the Cowboys.
Yeah, he didn't even have to go back. He doesn't even have to go back with the team. He can just stay right
Just
there.
Stay right there. And
Buy
have
a
his
house,
press conference.
go to work.
What happened with him in Dallas?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't pretend to know what
should
the
he have
deal
been
is.
the Cowboys' next coach?
I don't know if
instead of
he should have been or
this
not.
Washed up, whatever.
Well,
Marty Schottenheimer's
I
kid.
don't know.
One of the Schottenheimers.
I
got visions
nothing
of
against
Dave
Brian
Campo.
Schottenheimer, but which sounds better to you, Kellen Moore
I know.
as the Cowboys
I
head
know.
coach, or Marty Schottenheimer's son, which is how he's best known? I mean, just true.
Well, he had, there's nothing in Brian Schottenheimer's career, with apologies to Cowboys fans, there is nothing that makes me think he is going to be a successful head coach. Nothing in his career.
So Bart's out for 2 weeks, and the first thing you do is come in here and start ripping on America's
Whatever.
team.
Hey, Bart's ready to
Unbelievable.
talk. I don't even know why. I'm here today.
Bart's got 2 weeks all just pent up inside.
He's ready to go.
He's raring
He
to
came
go.
in, for those of you that are just joining us, maybe you missed
Because we
Friday.
didn't say, let's go to the Chevy situation room.
We haven't. No, we didn't. He's
He
just
just
here.
started talking.
He's just here. The
Yeah.
Chevy of Fayetteville situation room. He heard Edward was about to take the job, which I'm not so sure that he's not. But we'll see how that goes. But Bart's back. He does play a role, and we need him. But Friday, he came in, and I don't even think we mentioned this on Friday. He came in, he surprised us. He walked in with a bag full of bagels and a smile.
And a negative
started
COVID
talking.
test.
We didn't even say that on Friday. I thought of that over the weekend. I bet people were, I don't know about you, I was getting texts, people were worried about us. What, did Bart just decide to come back? Is he still positive? Are you guys okay?
Well, when Bart said, I've got bagels, my first question was, did you test negative?
Yeah.
And once he said yes, then everything was cool.
And I think per our point while he was gone, what we learned is you can get, it is out there on the secondary market, maybe the third, market, I don't know. You can get an always positive COVID test.
Yeah.
So here's what COVID did for us. Anytime you want a day off or 10, it's available now. Where before it was like PTO, but now it's like a legit sick day, unless you don't have paid sick days. Which, by the way, we need to look at your contract.
Yeah. I was thinking
whatever
this
you had
morning.
planned for spring break or this summer, sorry.
Well, there goes
hope
Cancun.
hope you enjoyed your time.
Have you got one of those left? Have you got one of those positive tests left?
Do you want one, Chuck?
Well, I wouldn't mind a week off. Just turn it over to somebody else for a week.
I guess we should go to Edward, who is the real loser.
Who's
in all
been
this.
doing the
We
work.
don't have to. We don't have to.
The real loser. Let's hear
Yeah.
real losers.
Yeah. I don't see that Chiefs pull over today, Edward.
Well, I got my Royals hat on.
Oh, it's baseball season now.
It's baseball season.
Yeah,
It was a
okay.
brutal watch.
So who's your new team? Who's your new NFL team now?
Yeah.
There is no new team. It'll be
They're the
Chiefs.
ones? Okay.
It'll
All
be
right.
the Chiefs.
He's there.
It was
Ride or die?
depressing. Yep.
He's there for the duration.
So here's Mahomes. What's he got left? Pressure again. Decked. Ball is out.
Yeah, you could just play that, and that's what happened. If you missed the game, that was the game.
They should have called hands to the face on that play. I'll give them that. But it was just such a good play, and the way his head just like rocked back. I mean, he couldn't throw a flag.
They did. The NFL did a great job with the script on this game because they threw a head fake in there early in the game on a phantom offensive PI. That was a horrible call. And it was. And
it was
that's every day, every pass, every play on a deep ball, every time. And I have to even say that as a former Chiefs fan. I have to say, like, at that point in the game, I was still a Chiefs fan. And so they call this phantom PI, this OPI, and they had us all thinking, yes, here we go, all of us Chiefs people who believe in the story, in the Hollywood script. We were locked in and we were ready to defend all you haters, from no, they're not on our side. And then the Eagles just dominated the game, and it wasn't a factor. And clearly they were in on that too.
I thought the refs had rabbit ears at the start of the game. I mean, they called that PI, and then they called another one on they called it makeup. That was about the same kind of call. And I'm thinking, these guys have had rabbit ears all week. I mean, they've heard everybody talking about them. It's in their head. But it did kind of settle down after that.
It was a rough night for the Chiefs fans, for the Chiefs nation, for the Chiefs kingdom. There was no comeback like Arkansas had on Saturday. They came up short on Saturday night, but they had a comeback that many of us who were at the game watched from a different location. About the 8-minute timeout, most
everybody
of us
walking to their car with their phones on. Yeah, kind of watching it as they walk.
I didn't even do that. I just left and went to a different location, and then I did listen to you on the way to the new spot. And I felt like I owed it to the team because me being there wasn't working. And then I got to Grubbs actually. Downtown, first time I've been there, and
I was going to say,
mercy knows how long.
Were you the oldest guy?
No, because I was with people my age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So that helped. But we were.
You always stand there. I went to Grubbs back in the fall on a Friday night with some people, and I looked around and I'm like, I'm twice as old as everybody in here.
Yep. And it was like awesome. I mean, it was great. The place was going nuts. And I'm like, we made the right move because if we had stayed, we were no chance we're winning this game, and we got a shot now. And wow, what a I mean, they flipped a switch there.
I have to ask, when people spend what they spend for tickets, and I know tickets aren't cheap, you spend whatever you spend to go to the ball game, and it's like, well, I'm going to leave early. Now, I'm not saying maybe not, if your team's getting beat, you don't get out of there with a minute or two to play. I get that. But this 8-10 minute stuff.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to say this. I said this last week. The only good thing you'll hear me say about Texas fans is they did not leave the other night when Arkansas got up on them by about, 18, 19, 20, something like that. Z even talked about it. Of all people, Matt Zimmerman even talked about it on the air, how the Texas fans had not left. And so when they rallied, there were still a lot of people there, and they were a factor. And look, a lot of people stayed at Bud Walton, and they were a factor.
Well, we've become soft.
It was noisy.
We've become soft.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Oh, we have. We're right here in northwest Arkansas, and I'm right there in the middle of it. We've become soft. We've become we live in one of the best places to live in the world. They come out with that, U.S. whatever every year,
U.S. News and World
Report. And whoever else, like Leisure Travel, like every
list
publication,
every list that comes out,
and it's all, and you get an announcement on your
Field
local news,
Stream.
like what? Yeah, exactly.
From Condé Nast to Field or Condé Nast to Field and Stream.
Come up with the great magazine so we can sound smart, like we've got them on our coffee table.
Esquire.
Yeah, Field and Leisure is that one?
I've got Arkansas Living online.
They all name Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas, one of the top places to live in the world. So we've all just become spoiled with the convenience of our life. And we're like, you know what? The game, it's not because you're turning your back on the team. You think the game is over. You've looked at your ESPN app. It tells you there's a 99.9% chance that Alabama's going to win. There's no coming back.
You've lost all your bets.
Speaking of the officials, by the way, the officials, they stole the game from Arkansas. There was a stretch in there where it was like, well, Alabama's about to lose. or this game's too tight, so we gotta kind of give some separation back to the Tide.
Dude, of course. Doug Shows
That was
in the house.
ridiculous.
He's the worst. He's
was
one of
that
the
stretch?
worst officials in college basketball.
I'm like,
but
Doug.
He gets all the top gigs, even though he's terrible.
I don't think we
This
should
is-
call him out by name. I think we
Wow,
should just
Bars.
leave
This
it
has
as
been
it is.
going on for
Bars.
years.
Doug, I'm
Ask
sorry.
Z. Ask
I'm
Z.
sorry, Doug.
This has been going on
I
for
don't have
years.
anything
He's
against you.
awful,
I-
and he gets
Wow.
these big assignments.
Doug's a
and,
good
and
guy.
he takes over the game and makes it about him, and he makes all these bogus calls.
Very personal.
I know. I've
Really?
been saying this for years.
You're speaking generally.
This
I know.
guy, give this guy COVID for 10, 15
Yeah.
days. He comes back. He's
pissed
going to
off.
call
I'm
you
ready
out
to
by name.
Go.
He's going to call you out by name.
Go ahead. Keep going.
He's not a good official. Okay.
I'm
He's
like,
just-
was it not enough? They had Arkansas basically had a 6-minute scoring drought in the first half that you got to have like a touch whistle,
like
to
Doug
start the
Shouse,
second
Pat
half.
Adams, like those guys, like get them out of the sport. They're horrible for college basketball.
Jeez, Bart.
They're horrible for college basketball.
Okay, let's take a breath. It is a 6.
I can keep going.
Horrible.
You want me to list some more?
Please.
It's 6/16. It's National Football Hangover Day. That's an actual national day timed well after the Super Bowl. If you're waking up without cobwebs this morning, hold your head high. Job well done. Good morning, the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
2025 is here, and Fayetteville Auto Park is making it easier than ever to elevate your drive during our New Year's sale. Every pre-owned vehicle, hundreds and hundreds to choose from, all with clearance pricing for a limited time. That's right, Fayetteville Auto Park has clearance priced every used car, truck, and SUV in stock. One-owner trades, budget buys, luxury vehicles, off-lease cars, even certified pre-owned, with special finance rates and warranties up to 100,000 miles. Buy now at all 4 Fayetteville Auto Park locations. That's Acura of Fayetteville, Honda of Fayetteville, Toyota of Fayetteville, and Chevrolet of Fayetteville. It's time to drive in 2025, and no one makes it easier than Fayetteville Auto Park. Take advantage of clearance pricing on every pre-owned vehicle now during our New Year's sale. Limited time only at Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother, they're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. This message courtesy of the Arkansas Beef Council and Beef, it's what's for dinner.com.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940. This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I mean, we are one extreme to the other. Either we're headed to wine and roses for the rest of our lives, or the whole world's going to hell. I mean, it's one of the two.
Just a really healthy mentality to have, too.
That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Drives down the left side of the lane to the rim, missed the runner. Ivisic with a rebound. Hogs have it down 6, 3:05 to go. Zvonimir with a block on one end. He's going to launch a three on the other. It's good, and Arkansas's within 3. 79-76 with 2:50 to go.
Oh, I thought right there it was going to happen, Chuck.
I did too.
I thought right there it was going to happen.
It was, it was a great finish. Arkansas rallied. Alabama's a little bit better. I mean, man, they got 6'11" guys who can move like guards all over the floor.
I got all these buddies. Why can't we run Alabama's modern offense? I'm like, modern? They got a lot of experience, and Arkansas is still trying to figure it out. And
what is a modern offense?
And because they got every one of their shots at the rim. They scored 56 points in the paint.
I heard Oates say after the game that they did not attempt a 2 outside the paint. They did not attempt a 2 that wasn't at the rim. They've not really, by volume, the number of threes they shoot are down a little bit this year, but the number of shots at the rim are up.
lot of cuts.
They
cut as well as
they do.
Any team I've seen all year.
That's a Final Four. Jimmy Dyke said it on the show. If he was picking a Final Four right now, this was before that game, that Alabama would be in the Final Four. Auburn and Alabama both would be in the Final Four. Like, that's not just like, hey, they're this good. It's like built to beat a lot of teams, built to go through the tournament, and obviously really, really good. And there aren't any weaknesses on that Alabama team. So the positive is you hung around, you figured out a way to compete, play in the game, and you're still not playing at the level that you can play at if you're Arkansas. Adu, has to get going. And I'm not even blaming him. It's a team effort. It's a minutes thing. It's Ivisic is playing great, probably taking some of his minutes, as you and I were talking during the break. But this is, if they can get him going too, I mean, this team still has a chance to be really good. And I thought it was a positive. I mean, it's you'd rather win the game, but I was encouraged by the comeback. Without the comeback, you feel a little bit differently today.
Well, it'd be nice if Adu was playing great right now. My take on that is that Ivisic is playing so well, he's getting the minutes, and Adu, he's trying to kind of figure out where he fits into all this right now. He's probably lost a little bit of confidence, but that's a good player, and he'll have a moment or two, I'm sure, before it's all said and done. The thing that I came away from Saturday night, beyond the disappointment of losing the game, is that, Arkansas still went up in the net, went up from 47th to 43rd just based on playing Alabama. You've still got every opportunity to get to where you need to get. You played the third-ranked team in the country, a team that does look like a Final Four team. You played them within 4. You've proven you can play. In my mind, they've proven they can play with anybody. They've proven clearly that they're one of the best 68 teams in the country. It's just a matter of how the numbers play out when we get to the end. I don't pay as much attention to conference record as a lot of people do, but I know for some people that's a big deal. But You've still got home games, winnable road games out there, but you got to win Wednesday night. LSU beat you in Baton Rouge. This is a loss that would be, the quintessential bad loss down the stretch. So they've got to play well, win Wednesday night.
So can they know that and then play loose?
They went from, we got to win this game. All right, now you can't make a shot. To, we have nothing to lose. Just go. Just go. Now all of a sudden we're making every free throw. We're making layups. We're making threes. The mindset, and I saw it flip. Why are you guys sad? What is happening here? This was a great experience for us. We're either in this mode or we're here, and it's going to be hard to win any games in this league if we stay here. If we're over here, we can play with anybody in the league.
That mindset of playing loose and free with nothing to lose, they have to have that against LSU on Wednesday. They got to keep playing like that.
It's harder to do, when you're playing a team where you're going to be favored, and LSU struggled on the road. LSU's not won since they beat the Razorbacks on January 14th. They have not won a ball game since then. So they are struggling. You need to get on them early. You need to win the game. And, you look ahead, and I know you can get in trouble doing that, but you look ahead and you still got Missouri and Texas coming in here. You got Mississippi State at the end coming in here. There are winnable ball games out there, and you got to go win them.
Carter Knox wasn't the same guy.
No, he struggled. He struggled.
But again, they're playing a really good team.
Well, part of that too is, again, Alabama. Knox spent a lot of the game being guarded by a guy that's 4 or 5 inches taller than him, just a bigger body. And that was one of the things that I saw Saturday night at times, not throughout necessarily, but at times. It was just a question of a bigger guy on a smaller guy, and the bigger guy won. I was impressed with Alabama. I think I'm kind of like the others. They could draw is a big part of it. How you're playing that weekend's a big part of it. But Alabama's good enough to get to the Final Four.
It's February 10th. It's Monday, day after the Super Bowl. How's everybody doing? Everybody all right? This group seems lively.
I'm making it. Bart's fired up. He's ready to, he's ready to run Doug Shows out of the SEC, or really college basketball.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get him out of the whole thing.
What would you like him to do? Just like
I don't know,
have a careerless life.
I'm sure he's got another job. All these officials, they're not full-time officials.
Some of them are now. They make pretty good change.
Are you kidding me?
Some of them are.
The season, they're like
the big stars
get.
They're working more than 3.
Go sell something.
They're working more than 3.
Look, I watched the guy sit there on the baseline and make the wrong call 3 straight trips before he finally made the right call, and I was like, "Hey, Doug, you got one."
Was it mock approval? Did you give him the mock applause there at the end, like the crowd?
Wow, man, you are just wow. We're gonna have to get you guys together for lunch.
I know
he's been bad for years. This is not a new take. I've had this take for years.
I did not know that Doug Shows was that. Like
he's not a good official. Like I said, ask Z. Z will agree.
Well, Z doesn't like a single.
That's why I'm telling you to ask him.
Right, if it was up to Z, we'd call our own out there.
When they make a call for Arkansas, Z will proclaim them to be the best referee in college basketball. And
what would happen if we had all the players mic'd and they called their own fouls for one game? What would happen?
There would be 100 free throws.
I don't know, man. You go out and play at the playground. You got to get hacked before you can call a foul.
There's a code. There's a level of respect.
Right. On the playground, there is.
Guys like me and Bo know about that because we're hooping so much out there.
Back in the day.
When I played in the driveway.
There are some guys your age that still go.
I know.
That still go. They got the headband, the long socks, and a three-pointer. And it's deadly.
Yeah,
they're
not taking it.
They go.
They're not taking anybody to the rack.
They kind of go 3-point line to 3-point line. They never make it to the baseline in a pickup game.
No.
But if we could have a situation like just one game where the players are mic'd, they call their own fouls, it'd be fascinating to me. And then here's what would happen: the coaches would be yelling more at their own guys than anybody else. You got to call that foul. He fouled you. It would be a nice dynamic.
Would you prefer that, Bart? Would you prefer that to Doug Shows?
It's off me.
No, I just prefer there to be better officials in college basketball.
This guy's an A-list official, man. He's in there. He calls Final Four.
Top of the line.
He tosses the ball up at the Final Four.
That's the problem.
Bart, no.
College basketball has an officiating
He's
problem.
no team. Oh, gosh.
It's just part of it.
What is
everybody plays with the same officials. Everybody plays with the same officials.
Right, and that's the problem.
I mean, it's
Can you
not-
get them to call traveling? Could you do that?
I would love it if they would call traveling.
Look, it didn't go. It didn't go their way on Saturday.
They missed traveling calls like 100% of the time.
Charlie, help us out here. Charlie and Camden. Good morning. It's Monday. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Bart, do you prefer that they just make some AI bot referees? Is that what? Would you be cool with that?
That's what he wants.
No, that sounds terrible. I don't like that at all. No thanks.
I just wonder because they would call literally everything almost. I mean, as long as they're programmed properly, it would be like we'd be.
My problem
we'd be at
was I felt like they let them play, and then all of a sudden they weren't letting them play, like out of nowhere.
It was a completely different.
Like
The
it
game
just-
was called completely differently in the second half
the
as
early
opposed to
part
the
of the
first
second
half,
half.
and that's a sign of poor officiating.
Okay, all right.
A lack of consistency.
I mean, I'm trying to make points without being emotionally attached to my dislike personally for one guy. And but like, can we just let Doug rest? He probably needs some rest this morning.
All right,
Charlie.
Well, that guy from that football guy that we've never liked. I can't think of his name.
Mark, what's his name? The guy that hosed the
Curls.
Yeah,
no, that guy. That's a
he
different
is up
story.
there with one of those-
He's been demoted.
Man.
Yeah, yes.
He's not even a white hat anymore.
Anyway,
He's the guy that makes
Anyway,
sure
I
that they
will
don't
say-
snap the ball too soon, and that's it.
I will say this, man. I was proud of the fight, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yes, I believe Alabama is as good as anybody. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that they can beat anybody in the country, and they're as talented as any team. I didn't know they were as, I didn't just go look at their roster before the game. I didn't know they had as much size as they did. I mean, they got freaking, what's his name? The white guy, Grant, plays in the
Nelson.
3. I mean, and he's like 6'10", so.
Stevenson's
they got a lot
the
of
one
size.
that is the great athlete.
They're athletic. They can shoot the ball. I know the three-point shot they haven't shot it as well this year, but they got the ability to make it, as we all know. I'll tell you, if this team did not have Big Z right now, because this guy has grabbed the 5 spot and said, somebody come and take it from me. What? And, I mean, he's just – I mean, I know the other day he hit a couple of shots that were like, wow, because he was just feeling it. But, I mean, this guy has been playing unbelievable. Even the Texas game, I think he only had 9 points, but the effect that he has had on these games lately – I mean, wow, this team wouldn't be 3 and I mean, this team would be really in trouble if Big Z did not assert himself as he has lately.
Yeah.
And Nelly didn't have it going the other day per se, but maybe Nelly just needs to play on the road because he's a road dog. But,
Well, Z, wasn't too long ago, he was on the bench. He wasn't playing much. And that's Adu right now. They got to figure out a way to get both those guys going.
Confidence.
But Avis had stuffed the stat sheet. They had a career high 27, but that wasn't it. I mean, he had 7 rebounds, assists. Like he was doing it all for the most part.
Well, the last 2 ball games, he's done what they needed to get, or he's given them what they needed to get from that position. 12 rebounds at Texas. Charlie mentioned the 9 points. It was 12 rebounds. I think he had 4 blocks in that game too. Well, Saturday night they needed offensive production. I mean, they needed that from him, and they got it. Here's one thing that I do think coming out of Saturday night. You're going to have situations where you've got to play in the final seconds with the same fearlessness that you've played with for 39 minutes and 30 seconds. You've got to play the same way. I know Cal talked a little bit about the hesitation to take the 3 right at the end of the game. That's the next step. And, good teams make that last step, and they finish the comeback. But I thought all in all, you look at the way they played, you look at particularly the comeback, there were some things to feel good about. Hey, Chevy of Fayetteville has been part of our community for a long time, 25 years. And when I say part of our community, that means our schools. That's where I'm going to start. They're involved in the community, and that starts with our local schools. Go to a game. you'll see the Chevy of Fayetteville billboard. They support our local schools. Of course, they support the Razorbacks and have for a long, long time. What really separates them is what happens after you buy your Chevy. They've got an award-winning service department, a great parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, the entire team at Chevy of Fayetteville. They're inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Got to hit a break, 6:35. Back with more of your thoughts in a moment on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about Phil,
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge. If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Want to let your voice be heard?
Y'all get me going to work every morning, so I appreciate what you guys do.
Send us a voicemail on the Hit That Line app and speak your truth.
Cheering for the other SEC schools is like cheering for the devil because he's in the Bible.
I mean, I would need a six-pack and a catheter.
Leave us a message for ESPN Arkansas after every Razorback game with our Hit That Line Now app.
You guys are the best. I totally disagree.
Man, hey, them hoes can't do no wrong, fella.
ESPN Arkansas, more than just sports radio.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sportsbook in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hey, Ty Richardson for JamMart. JamMart is always trying to save you money, and that's why they partner with Valero. Hook up your checking account to the Valero Pay Plus app, and you'll get 10 cents off a gallon, plus other special deals on holidays and more. JamMart and Valero, passing on the savings to you. Now available at the 3 Fort Smith Valero JamMart locations. And stop by any of the 6 JamMart locations in the area. JamMart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the region.
This is a public service announcement for hard seltzer lovers. Neutral Vodka Seltzer has arrived. Made with simple ingredients like vodka, seltzer, and real juice. Neutral tastes good. Like real good. So good that you'll never want to drink another artificial tasting seltzer again. Neutral's light and refreshing taste will show you what a vodka seltzer can be. Try Neutral, the one with the umlaut. Copyright 2023 Neutral Distilled Spirit Specialty, Los Angeles, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Hey,
Hey, Ty Richardson here at First Financial Mortgage. My mortgage lender, Ethan Adamson. Ethan, congratulations. Over 300 five-star reviews.
Yeah, Ty, we pride ourselves on delivering a 5-star service during the entire mortgage process.
What sets you apart from everyone else?
I think communication, how quickly we work, we get you closed on time or early. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You're something else.
Yeah. Oh.
You're something else.
Well, what do you
fact,
mean?
Well, very few combine something and else quite like you do.
Okay.
Let me just put it that way. You're something else.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
JR's in Shady Grove. JR, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show on a post-Super Bowl Monday where the Eagles have taken over the world.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
JR, good.
Hey, it's baseball week.
That's right, it is. They open Friday.
So,
Oh, big hearts on Valentine's Day. Yep.
Yeah. Take your date
tell
to the
Bart
ballpark.
tell Bart to get on the baseball train. He's getting too worked up. So.
Well, there'll be an SEC baseball umpire that will, incur Bart's wrath over the course of the spring, and by May, you'll be calling him for him to be run out of the sport, too.
I've got a question. It involves officiating. The other night in that Kentucky game, there was an incident that got reviewed like 4 or 5 plays after it happened. I think a Kentucky player got hit in the cheek, and come to find out it was his own player hitting. I didn't know that they could go back 4 or 5 plays like that and officiating, after the fact. Is that how that works? I can go back as far as they want to and look at a play?
If there's not a call made on the court, the next stoppage in play, there are certain plays that they can go back and take a look at if there's a chance of illegal contact or something like that.
Or, there was a point in the game where they went back and reviewed several minutes after that basket interference call that had given Alabama a bucket, and then they waved that off. They took the 2 points off the board. They were in the 60s, if I remember right then, but they took 2 off the board for Alabama. So, they'll review things here and there.
They can review a 2 versus a 3 as well.
And I guess a flagrant foul, obviously, too. I recall it happening. I don't recall the specifics that led up to it, but I do remember it happening.
But look, officiating's part of the game. It just happens. It's going to be sometimes in your favor. I know it never feels like it is, but sometimes it is. And then sometimes it's going to be the other way. And I really thought it was part of just sort of Arkansas's momentum issue in the second half.
Let me say this about the officiating this year in the SEC. I don't think it's been as bad as some believe. I do think it's been more challenging because, guys, if they called every foul, we'd be there 4 hours. And that's what I thought in the first half for a minute. And you see that in a lot of games, and it was really evident at Texas the other night and the Kentucky game. It is body on body out there, and there's a lot of slapping, a lot of pushing. You better be ready for that.
I happened to see some of the Auburn game, and they had Bruce Pearl mic'd.
Yep.
And he actually told his guy in the huddle that from now on, the rest of the season, in these big games, guys, they're going to let us play. Stop driving the lane and trying to get a call. You need to understand you're not going to get the call. Finish.
That's right.
And he literally told his team that during the game. And I think that's how you got to play it. But just be consistent with it.
They've got a really tough job right now. It's always a tough job, but I think it's tougher right now than it's ever been just because of the physical nature of the game. Hey, your son, your family, you know about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, closing?
Yeah, they're going to close.
That's big.
They had the inspection, and then
it happened fast.
Weicker takes them through the inspection. Hey, guys, you got to fix these couple of things. Boom. They're going to do it, move in, going to have a baby in a few months. Like,
Life's
this is
good.
the story of being married for 3.5 years, getting your first home, and having somebody to walk you through the entire process.
Well, and when we talk about turning houses into homes, that's what they do at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. That's what they've done for Bo's family. It's what they'll do for you. It's what they've done for me. It's what they've done for every single customer they've had. And they've been turning houses into homes since 1978, so they do know what they're doing. You've got professional real estate agents. You can always be guaranteed of that when you deal with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. And that's why the process becomes much simpler than you imagine it might be. And ultimately, they will get you from contract to close, because whether you're a buyer or a seller, that is the ultimate destination. They're in Northwest Arkansas, Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson. They've got a wide selection of homes, and you can check them out at WeicherGriffin.com.
6:45. Good morning. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
I don't like getting up early in the mornings. I mean, even to go duck hunting, but I do get up every morning now to listen to you guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant. Ready or not, it is tax season, but luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Fayetteville Auto Park has been Northwest Arkansas's premier automotive dealer for a long time. There's a reason for that. It starts with great brands: Acura, Chevrolet, Honda, Toyota. Plus, they've got a huge pre-owned inventory. They've got an on-site collision center. And that really is what makes them your one-stop automotive headquarters. The best brands, the best people, the best service, and the best selection. Whatever your automotive needs, Fayetteville Auto Park.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. How do people see what you've made over the years, Cecil?
Google, Yahoo it, or Bing it. Jazzco Graphic Design, JAAZCO, Monday through Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And sometimes I'm here after. So if that open sign is on, I'm here. Y'all come on in. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett at River Valley Smile Center. You may know me as your local dentist, but I'm a giant Hogs, Dolphins, and college baseball fan as well. Listen to me, Phil, and Matt talk about our 3 ups and downs for the weekend every Monday on halftime at 12:15. At River Valley Smile Center, we're a comprehensive dental facility that offers children's dentistry, dental implants, sedation, whitening, and much, much more. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cave, and myself are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
And so they run with it because it's red meat. And these guys know when they say it that people are going to run with it because it's red meat.
I just had a vision of people running with red meat.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We got a lot to get to on the Super Bowl.
Let me throw this in real quickly. We just got a text. Bar, you should go to DougShawsReferee.com. It's a nice picture of Doug, who's a good guy. I like Doug. But it's got a picture of Doug right there on the front, and you'll enjoy that.
We need Bart. We need a life-size cutout of Bart and a life-size cutout of Doug Shows.
That's right.
Going at it in the student section.
Doug teeing him up.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, taxes are hard. Filing with H&R Block is easy, though. You walk in or make an appointment, get 100% accuracy, and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you at H&R Block. It's tax season. You need H&R Block. They can help you. Heath in Cabot, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Heath.
Yeah, that was a pretty lopsided officiating on Saturday. But I'll tell you what the refs don't do. They don't put the ball in the basket. So, you know, when you don't score more points than your opponent, then you lose the game. So
does happen.
I thought Arkansas may sneak up on them. Alabama just taking their foot off the gas in the second half and giving up a 20-point lead. But, hey, you know, listen, how about those Eagles? They did us all a favor. I hope they shut all those bandwagon Kansas City Chiefs fans up. Did you see the look on Kelsey's face last night and Taylor Swift's face? Priceless. It was awesome.
Now let me ask you a question, Heath.
Here we go.
Which is better, the Eagles actually winning the game or the satisfaction you took from looking at Taylor Swift's face?
I think not just the Eagles winning the game, Chuck, in the fashion that they won.
Okay.
They just completely dismantled the Chiefs. The Chiefs look like a fraud.
Let me hear you all say,
I hope every Chiefs fan is crying this morning because they just got decimated, dismantled, and destroyed in embarrassing fashion. It was fantastic. Good job to the Eagles, and to love to see Hurts get his first one. Barkley, it was just fantastic. I'll tell you what, I think Mahomes should get in the gym in the offseason. He looked a little fluffy, a little chubby.
You know, I heard that. I heard that from a couple people. I mean,
maybe that's
29.
Maybe that's his problem.
29 years old. I mean,
hey,
we gotta,
gentlemen, fly Eagles fly. I mean, you know, they got the bragging rights for the rest of the year until next season, and they deserve it.
Look, I think Travis Kelce should, he deserves to be like everybody else, live the life that he wants to live and whatever you want to do. But a lot of things changed for Travis Kelce in the last year. You know, and when you're going to be a dynasty, and I'm not saying it's his fault and he did anything wrong, but I'm just looking at this guy going, that's not that guy walked in to the game last night like he's a movie star, not a tight end. I mean, I'm just saying.
He looked like he walked off a 70s episode of like Starsky and Hutch or something.
100%.
He just sort of had that look.
He looked great. Looked great.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, you could probably pull that outfit off.
I'm thinking about it for Halloween.
I could. You know,
I'm thinking about that for Halloween.
Did someone say Patrick Mahomes has a dad bod now at 29? Is that what you guys were inferring?
That's what was implied.
Okay. All right.
You know, last Thursday he was wholesome, you know, drinking a glass of milk and taking the kids to school and kissing his wife and going to Bible study. And today he's just a 29-year-old with a dad bod.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, just a slight chance of rain north. Otherwise, we're looking at partly sunny skies, low to mid 40s. Rain chances, we could see some moderate to heavy rain tonight. Overnight, low to mid 30s. Little freezing rain north on Tuesday. Otherwise, occasional rain, highs in the 30s north, low 40s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert. And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta WW book.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Tommy's right on this one. Do you feel? Let me ask you this.
Normal around here.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools. Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports.
I think the boys program, we definitely thrive off the energy and the emotion. I think as a coach, it's a big thing to kind of just help those guys rein that in, myself included. You know, there's times we have to take a step back, take a breath during a timeout, and just sit there and breathe.
New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout. We're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Xerox, Brother, and Epson printers and multifunction devices. Gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I did see your email yesterday, and I had two choices: not respond or respond with "okay." I was either going to respond "okay" or like not respond. Texts are immediate. People send an email, and then they go, "Well, you didn't respond to my email." I didn't check my email. I had stuff to do. I was taking a nap, for crying out loud.
I got to fire.
I was working on 3 hours sleep. I didn't care about your email, man.
Chuck's like, I got to fire the entire computer up to check my email.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, all you Chiefs fans can go back to your regular team now. The dynasty's over. The run has ended. All you guys who secretly, for your entire lives, have pulled for teams like the Cleveland Browns, and you've jumped on the Chiefs bandwagon here the last 2 or 3 years, you can go back to your regular team.
Well, I did get up this morning wondering what the future looked like.
Yeah, who's your team today?
I don't know.
Who do you have to go back to?
It's really going to come down to who's winning. You know, who can I be excited about?
Yeah.
It's been a regional thing for me, and I will continue to root for the Chiefs and the Cowboys. But not like I don't like have some active like watch party for games. I have one Chiefs shirt. I've been to Arrowhead several times. But, this morning I got up and I thought maybe it's time for a change.
You're going to go to Walmart and buy a different team's T-shirt? Is that what it boils down to now?
Maybe it's time for a change.
Yeah.
Would you like the options, Bo?
Yeah, give me some options.
Be a Lions fan. The Lions are in
I know what I'm not doing. I'm not getting on this bandwagon.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Eggless. Go Eggless.
Here are the
fly, Eggless, fly.
Eggless in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia Eggless. Super Bowl champions. Where are you going?
Yeah. Can't wait for that parade.
Here are the odds to win next year's Super Bowl. Chiefs and Eagles, no surprise, tied for the best odds, plus 600.
We're in the Chevy Situation Room. We don't even get to choose when we go there anymore.
No.
Bart's back.
He's already
I have a lot of things to
He's
say,
already called for
people.
Doug Shouse to be run out of the sport.
I have a lot to say.
The Situation Room brought to you by Chevy of Fayetteville. Bart continues.
Chiefs and Eagles, plus 600. Ravens, plus 700. Bills, plus 800. Along with the Lions, the Commanders 15-1, 49ers 17-1, the Bengals plus 2,000, and then were like 5 teams at plus 2,500.
So you're going to pick one of those? You
I
got the
don't know. I
Bills,
just
the
don't-
Ravens, the Lions are a popular choice right now.
I like
they
Detroit.
have
I
three
root for
they
The
have three
Lions,
Razorbacks.
the
Three
Lions are
Razorbacks.
very similar to the Chiefs. There's going to be a lot of lifetime Lions fans.
I like the Lions. I
You
do.
know,
I do. I mean, we got Skipper and Ragnow.
That's what I'm saying.
Jake Bates.
That's what I'm saying.
Jake
There's
Bates.
going to
There's
be
three.
people
Three
saying, man,
Razorbacks.
I've loved him since Barry
Yeah.
Sanders.
Right.
You know,
Right.
all kinds of people are going
Motor
to come out of
City.
the woodwork.
The Motor City.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can you not? Ford Field. How can
That's
you not
right.
love them? There you go.
Big stadium.
Yeah.
Walked by it.
Yeah, just
You're going to bring the
there.
auto industry back.
Been
You're
there.
gonna-
Yeah.
You know, all the
Yeah.
things that
I remember going to Detroit for the NCAA tournament and looking out my hotel room and going, oh, there's Canada.
I did that too.
I was pleasantly surprised
You
by
know who
Detroit.
told me? Matt Zimmerman.
You know, I
Canada's right over there.
Just by the way, I
There's a
did
nice
not
Caesar's
realize.
Palace right there
Yeah,
in Windsor.
Yes, I did not realize how geographically challenged I was
Same.
until we played in Detroit.
Same.
And I looked out the window, and there it was, Caesar's Palace in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm like, who knew?
I went to Alaska and
Obviously not me.
I went to Alaska once and I saw Russia.
Yeah,
out my
well, you see,
hotel
well,
window.
you see it from a lot of people's homes.
Sarah
there,
Palin
from what I
told me.
understand.
Yes,
See from
There
your
it
house.
is. There it is.
But
Who saw a Sarah Palin reference coming today?
Not me.
Yeah?
Didn't have it on the
Yeah,
bingo
yeah.
card.
My pop culture's old, but it's here.
Well, it's you know, it's
Occasionally.
very evident.
Yeah. I can give you an Anchorman movie line occasionally too, and that kind of sums up
Your
my
pop
pop culture knowledge. The halftime
I was
show.
lost last night.
Hey, Philip. Philip in Mountain Homes up. He's 12 years old. Philip, did you enjoy the halftime show of the Super Bowl?
Oh, no, I hated the halftime show.
Wow. Philip.
It was like 31 years ago since we had like a last country Super Bowl.
Oh, you want a country? You want a country?
Somebody's been listening to his
Okay.
dad.
Yeah. Where's brother?
Dad,
Yeah.
country.
What's on your
Country
mind?
people.
What's on your mind today? You want to talk about the basketball game?
I do, but before I start, I'm so happy the Chiefs lost. You know, we're all Cowboys fans, and we live in Mountain Home, Arkansas, so there's a lot of Chiefs fans here.
Mhm.
Some are bandwagons, some have been through all the pain, but I'm just so happy they lost.
Well, I'm glad you feel. But I'm sure that'll be a great conversation at lunch today.
You're too young to be so jaded.
Yeah, well, I mean, he listens to the Chuck and Bo show. And he
I'll
hears
ruin
you.
you.
How do you feel about Michael Jordan? I'm careful.
Hey, have you ever heard of
Cover
Doug
your
Shouse?
ears. Yeah. So Philip, tell me quickly what you thought about the basketball game.
So I thought that we played good, but Alabama has they score like 90 points per game. I'm pretty sure, which is low. I thought the last time I checked, we scored like 70 a game, right? I could be wrong about that.
Somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but we only lost by 4. We played them good. I mean, we did lose to the number 3 team in the nation, which is
Number one.
which is not that big of a deal. Like if we lost to like that Oakland game, I would be. Yeah, but we played them good. I think if we can win against LSU on Wednesday. If we do, that could bump up our chances to make the tournament. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you, Philip.
You better
So-
win Wednesday. You got to win Wednesday.
So they give them 4 conference wins. They're trying to get to, we think, 7, maybe 6.
Well, the LSU
I think
game.
it's got to be 7.
I think it probably does too. The LSU game's a game you have to win. I mean, you can lose the Alabama game, still make the NCAA tournament without winning the conference tournament. I'm not sure if you lose to LSU at home, that'd be a sweep at the hands of the Tigers. I'm not sure you get in unless you just start, just knocking teams off left and right. That'd be a bad loss. Unfortunately, there are games down the stretch where you got a lot more to lose than you do to gain. But, that's part of the grind. That's what the grind is. You get through these things, and you find a way to win the game and move on to the next one. And that's sort of what Wednesday night will be.
How'd you thinking of LSU coming in on Wednesday? I like New Orleans, but I've kind of had my fill of New Orleans.
Yeah, it'll be the last time for a while. I think.
But then here comes LSU, and Mardi Gras is not far away, and it's a lot.
The Super Bowl, I think that'll be the last.
There's
Super
a lot
Bowl.
of New Orleans
Yeah.
in that was a great Chamber of Commerce day for the city of New Orleans, the Super Bowl. I mean, by the way, can we talk about the green screen background that Burkhardt
so bad.
and Brady had for the game?
It was so bad.
Like, why do I need to feel like you're calling the game from an empty Bourbon Street?
It was so dumb.
I've never seen anything like that.
The graphics package was terrible. The score bug was
Also,
like, what was
that thing they did before the game with Lady Gaga and Brady and all. Like, I get the intent and I appreciate it, but it was so confusing. Like, people watching the game, like, are they doing that now? Like, I'm like, no, Brady's calling the game in 20 minutes. He's not down on Bourbon Street. Then they go to Brady and they have him look like he's doing the game from Bourbon Street. I'm like, how does that make sense?
I got to admit, last night, you're talking about that. Between that and the new scoreboard bug Bart was talking about, the commercials,
They
the
overthought some of that
halftime
stuff.
show, I've got to admit, by the middle of the third quarter, I'm like, where's my life gone? I don't understand anything that's happening.
It ran.
I
off
don't
and went
understand the
there.
commercials.
Left
I had
without
no clue what was happening at halftime. None. And there's all this stuff going on around me, and I'm just completely clueless. And that's when I decided I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to do what I always do in these situations.
Well, I mean,
I'm
it
gonna go to bed.
was a snoozer of a second half.
I like the halftime show for what
It's
it's worth.
fine. I mean, I don't.
Well, you know, I spent
like Kendrick Lamar.
I spent much of the second half, I'll admit. I spent the halftime show, I'm going to be honest, trying to figure out what was spelled out on his jacket. I wasn't even listening to the songs. I'm like, is that a Florida jacket? Is that a Gator? I mean, what is that? Of course, it spelled out Gloria. I found out later. And but I spent the second half. It was funny. I went to Google.
Bell bottoms.
No,
on,
hang on a minute.
jacket.
I went to Google.
Okay. Oh, you
and-
went. I went
no,
to Google.
just let me finish. And I typed in what was the message, and immediately it filled in with of the Super Bowl halftime show.
Autofill.
Yeah, it auto-filled Super Bowl halftime show. So clearly, I was not the only one that did not understand the message. I'm not being critical. I just didn't know.
What was it?
And I wanted to know. Well, you know, it's I'm still not sure. The one thing that I have figured out, the one thing that I do know is that dissing someone is a big part of everything that, you know, goes on in the world now. And I did not understand the disses during the course of the performance. I did recognize Serena Williams and wonder what she was doing out there. I didn't know it was a crip walk. I didn't know. So I had to do my research so I could find out exactly what was going on. But that's the state of my world right now.
A bunch of idiots we are.
Yeah, I know.
Did you just
Now,
feel?
admittedly, I was
Did
not.
you feel more in the know after you
I
spent
felt
time on Google?
I felt even dumber. I know I'm not the target demo. I mean, I got that pretty quick. I'm not the guy they're after. But by the same token, it was.
Chuck, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did you learn who Kendrick Lamar was dissing?
I
like
did.
the target of.
I had
everything.
heard conversation prior to
Who-
the
who
game.
was it? Sam
was
Walton?
Drake. It was Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not know that he and
Even
Serena
dropped a Hey
Williams
Drake at one point.
were an item. And she was
Well,
supposedly out, or he was stalking her or something like that. Something like that. I've seen her identified as his ex-girlfriend this morning, but I saw her identified during the game as someone that he was obsessed over.
Who are we talking about? Drake or
Drake and
Kendrick
Serena.
Lamar? Oh.
Drake.
Oh.
That's why Serena was there.
Yes.
To dance on the grave of Drake. Correct. That's what my Google search revealed.
Pretty much the entire halftime show
Yeah.
was just
Yeah.
burying Drake,
That's-
which is what Kendrick Lamar's
That's
last
what Google
album
told me.
did.
That's what Google told me in the second half. It's all about Drake.
What happened? What happened to us?
I know.
What happened to
I
us?
know.
What do we got?
That's my
Kendrick
point.
Lamar won 5 Grammys.
Every time I watch the Super Bowl, I'm like, what's happened? Where's it all going?
Yeah, I guess Drake had taken, he had dissed Kendrick Lamar. Is that right?
Yes. Started a feud, and Kendrick's last album pretty much ended the feud, and now Drake is pretty much a laughing stock, in the industry.
This conversation makes me feel so grown up and mature. And just on top of life.
Look, I
knew we were going to have to defer to the youngsters.
It just proves that like being just a massive hater can get you someplace in life.
Well, evidently so. If you can,
that's sad.
If you can make it rhyme, if you can make your hate rhyme, you got a shot.
I want you to try this.
Yeah.
Can you do like can you and Randy Rainwater have a feud?
God. We could butcher the language, that's for sure. It'd be malaprop after malaprop.
Hey, regardless of your hate or like or diss or whatever, the IRS may not be your favorite. I don't know, but it's tax season, and luckily H&R Block's here for you. 70 years of tax prep expertise to work for you. So breathe easy, file with confidence, and find an HR Block, which will be near you. 877-377-6963. I also want to remind you that First Security Bank is the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show because they're all about Arkansas, and so are we. Convenient locations, friendly local support at all times is what you get at First Security Bank. FSbank.com, member FDIC. Chuck and Bo Show, 7:16. Good morning on a Monday. Touching the hearts of Arkansans, the passive-aggressive Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, PRECIDENT. We'd love to help.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
Yeah, does Chuck sleep that much? Because it just sometimes...
He's old, so when you get old, you don't really sleep as much.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I mean, don't be dumb. And I don't mean that to be critical. I mean, literally, don't be dumb.
Yes, you do.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I wonder what General Ben thought about the halftime show.
I'll bet he didn't watch.
We'll get into that here in a minute. Whether you need expert help for your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Hey, it is tax season. Question, whatever it is, you just need help getting it done. H&R Block committed to inspiring confidence at tax time and beyond. 70 years of expertise to help you with your taxes. It's Monday after the Super Bowl. It is National Football Hangover Day. How'd you do? Did you manage your intake yesterday? Did you go into the Sunday night in control, unemotional, lay your head down, get up and get Monday underway, or are we struggling this morning?
I'm fired.
Oh, you
to
look
be
great.
Here.
Well,
now I will say it was
coming off 2 weeks of rest.
It was a struggle to get up this morning when the alarm went off after a week and a half of like just sleeping, trying to get COVID out of my system.
We know. I mean, here's what else. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Okay. We talked about you a few times while you were out.
Because we knew you weren't up.
And generally, it was when something wasn't going right in here, which happened quite a bit.
You got blamed for a lot of stuff.
And also, Edward got a lot of things done while you were gone.
Yeah,
like he churched up the place with the curtain over there, and I mean, we look a lot better in here. Yeah. And because he got tired of seeing things. He also one day had so many things moved around in here.
Oh, yeah.
That Chuck, I thought, was trapped.
I was
going to
fall. I thought I was going to fall.
And couldn't get out.
I had to go out the back door.
He had 1 foot over something and couldn't figure out what he was going to do.
His leg was hiked up on that little table right there.
Hey,
but he was stuck for a few seconds.
What you should be talking about.
I'm sorry, if you could have seen it, I promise you.
Was the incredible balance and footwork displayed by a man of my age.
Dexterity.
It was.
It was impressive.
He was swearing. Well, we can't. This isn't going to work. So Bart's out, and we're all in here going, we appreciate, Bart and all that. And then we were thinking to ourselves, like, hey, you sleep all day. Can you just get up during the show and maybe like help from home? No, and now we know he slept every day to like noon, and now he's fresh as a daisy, but he's struggling to get up, the alarm.
He's been up late
clock.
tweeting for like the last 2 weeks.
That's the other thing. Chuck was calling you out on all your Memphis Grizzly tweets.
Edward was the one that brought them up. That apparently there was an official in that game too that needed to be run out of the sport. Bart doesn't just get mad at refs. He wants to run him out of the sport.
COVID does not keep you from having strong opinions on Twitter.
Bart had his way. That
had
got
to
been out on the
wait
street
for
by
the cough
Christmas.
syrup to take effect before I could fall asleep.
There you go.
Seriously, I would be up all night coughing. And
Bart was high tweeting about the Grizzlies just before bed.
Blaming on the codeine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the way it was. That's the way it worked.
Amazing. Gentlemen, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Thanks for the privilege always, guys. Did y'all enjoy the Super Bowl?
Gentle Ben, how was it received by your folks, your people that watched the game? I mean, what did you guys think about it all?
Well, there was a lot of people rooting for Kansas City, just like I was, and at the beginning of the game anyway, or before the game, and then they were hoping, just like I was, that we would have a referee game that was refereed in the right way, and it looked like it wasn't going to be that way after the first time the Eagles had the football, and they called that, whatever you call it, pass interference or whatever that deal was, where the Eagles were going way down, the field there, and they called that thing against the Eagles, and it blew that. So, anyway, we thought, well, here we go again. Yeah. Here we go again.
That was the head fake.
Kansas City. Huh?
That was the head fake on the script. They had that scripted that way so they could all have us feeling that way, and then they gave it to the Eagles, gave them the go-ahead to go ahead and come off the top rope.
Well, I think you've done a very entertaining way of disagreeing with me, Bo, but a lot of people have felt the same way I have.
I was agreeing with you.
He was actually agreeing with you. His words got twisted up, and sometimes it's hard to follow, but he was saying, Ben, you're correct.
I'm sorry, Ben.
If you remember,
you are correct.
I think I've told you that I have the doctors, you said I had a little bit of dementia, but they said, Mr. Butler, it's past a little bit, but I can still drive and do the laundry and all that.
Well, hey, you're doing great. You're doing great.
You're doing fine.
I haven't sensed any of that on any of your calls. In fact, we love your thoughts.
Well, thank you. I was wondering about it. I thought about quit calling because I was afraid it was showing.
No.
But anyway.
Oh no.
No, we seem far less put together than you. So you just keep bringing it, Ben.
I understand, yeah, but y'all make a lot more money than I do. Oh, I'm sorry I said that.
You're telling me.
This is great.
Because, hey, when people talk about getting raises and inflation and all like that, just remember that people on Social Security never get a raise. So when people complain about paying too much out of Social Security and we need to cut Social Security and all like that, don't worry, they are, because every time we get a raise, Medicare goes up just the same amount. It's a raise we get.
How about that?
Or more. So anyway.
All right.
Anyway, back to football. I know if y'all throw rocks at me, I understand, or some of the fans want to, or listeners want to, but I started rooting for Philadelphia after that call. I said, no, they didn't mess this up too much. I said, I hope Philadelphia wins. And they did. I mean, and it wouldn't have mattered what the referees tried to do, unless the Lord helped them. No, I forget that statement. There's no way that the referees could have called enough things to help Kansas City because, it was just a domination game where in the trenches, and four guys that were rushing on defense for, Philadelphia walked the dog. I mean, they just, the Kansas City blockers just couldn't block them.
No.
Just couldn't block them,
They couldn't. That was the most amazing thing. They didn't blitz, and they were able to just absolutely – I mean, for an NFL team, especially as good as the Chiefs have been, to not have the Eagles blitz one time and have 16 quarterback pressures and 6 sacks, that's just unheard of. That you can talk about Jalen Hurts being the MVP. You can talk about whatever you want. This game was all about Philadelphia's defensive line, and it was just completely dominant.
Pressure equals picks. I mean, that's something I've heard all my life. And you look at what happened in the first half and the interceptions and the pressure that preceded the interceptions. I mean, that was the story. Their defensive line, I know Hurts deserved the MVP. I got no problem with that at all. I mean, when they were blowing it open, he was making the big plays with the ball, but – man, that defensive line they dictated the entire game.
Gentle Ben, thank you for calling. And really do appreciate you listening. Glad that we can have the relationship that we have and that you can call the show and don't ever apologize for it.
Ben, I think it's 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
First time I was on a show where Ben called. He's like really been an Arkansas radio institution. More so than most people that work in it.
And that's kind of what I meant by the script, with that bad call early against the Chiefs. And it rolled right into Ben. He's like, oh, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going with the Eagles. And then he got to enjoy the rest of the game.
I'm going to say this. I thought the first call was a good call. I thought it was a good
Would
call.
you have said that if the Chiefs had won?
Thank you.
Because here's the thing. In fact, I thought this. This was my immediate analysis. I do think he pushed off. I do think it was offensive interference. And I think Fox had made, it wasn't necessarily in a memo, but I think Brady and Burkhardt and the officials guy that they had on there, first close call that went for Kansas City, they were going to disagree with. Because you got to push back against the narrative that's been out there all week that the officials favor Kansas City. I actually thought the first call that went against Philadelphia was, I didn't really think it was, like real helmet-to-helmet contact. I thought the officials had rabbit ears at the start of the game, and then it kind of settled in after that.
Just for Ben and all Eagles fans, here's the final call of the game.
It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. It's their second Super Bowl win in 7 years. What a game. What a season. What a team. The greatest Eagles team in modern history. Eagles fans, savor it and rejoice.
Look at Edward. Edward is
he's
visibly
about to gag.
He's
Is it over?
pale.
Yeah, well, I tell you, he took his headphones off, so he didn't have to listen.
By the way, while I'm thinking about it, where's the other camera? Did it get sold at a yard sale? Or
Somebody broke in
Bart's
this week.
COVID shot?
Apparently, there have been some difficulties with a couple of the cameras, and so we're trying to troubleshoot.
I just noticed that I'm talking about Edward for those watching around
you
the
can
world
actually see Edward
on stream, and we can't see him. But he's ashen white while listening to the final call of what sounded as close to Howard Cosell as we can get from the Philadelphia Eagles radio network on WIP.
Articulating every word, wasn't he?
Just very, very well and nostalgic.
Yeah, he was.
All right, we got to hit a break. It's 7:30.
Well, before we go to a break, Ben was talking about prices going up. I mean, when you talk about your HVAC system at home, if you got a problem, man, you can run into some money right there. And Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric's helping you with that. Now that we're into the new year, enjoy no payments, no interest on all home repairs and replacements. And that means all of them. Plumbing, HVAC, electrical. The Pascal pros are here to help your home run smoothly and, most importantly, stress-free for you. They give you the peace of mind. You can visit gopascal.com today. Schedule your service appointment. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. Again, gopascal.com.
7:32 now. Good morning on the Chuck and Bo Show. Glad you're here. I think you should look at yourself today in the mirror and say, what's wrong with me?
Okay, I will.
I'm not talking about you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Now, that's the greatest joys in life is when you get something awesome you don't expect. That's the greatest joys in life.
Like unplanned pregnancies? Those are joys?
That really wasn't what I was... No, I wasn't really going down that.
That's what I was thinking.
What am I going to do with you? Turn his mic off. Just turn his mic off. Just turn it off. I said turn it off. Who's the boss around here? Turn it off.
Weekdays from 9 to 11, only on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
Are we still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to Ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
A new era of chicken is here to stay, and it's not your parents' poultry. The Cantina Chicken menu from Taco Bell is slow roasted and perfectly seasoned. Take it tacoed up in a crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out, or wrapped in a burrito with fresh purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. However you like it, you'll never chicken the same way again. Get yours today at your nearest Taco Bell and join rewards to earn free food. Available at participating stores. Rewards points are earned on qualifying purchases. All items while supplies last. Subject to terms.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howell in Van Buren.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
It's time to start the year strong at Heartland Honda Power Sports and Marine. Don't miss our first huge sale of 2025, featuring unbeatable discounts and exclusive incentives on many of your favorite Honda rides, like Honda Ranchers, Honda Pioneers, and Honda Goldwing, plus so much more. Whether you're tackling trails or cruising in style, we've got the perfect ride for you. Visit Heartland Honda in Springdale today and make 2025 your best year yet. Heartland Honda, work hard, play hard. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda ATVs side-by-sides are at 16 years and older.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning and take that as a win by just resisting. And sorry I put it in your head, but just resist the urge.
Assuming I have it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
877-377-6963. If you want to get in here, you can listen to the Chuck and Bo Show anywhere, all over the world.
Anywhere.
Just get the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. You can carry it around in your pocket. You know, also on demand at Chuck and Bo Show on Spotify or Apple Podcast. Social media at Chuck and Bo Show. Listen, we're here. We're available. We're here
everywhere.
We're around. David's the Rogers. David, good morning. I knew somebody might call about. I see what he wants to talk about on the screen.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, David, what's happening?
I was wondering, what do you guys think about the Jimmy Johnson AI segment?
AI? Was it? Oh, with the like his picture, like him looking at himself.
Yeah.
I saw like 15 seconds of it. I was running around the house, like I got to turn. What? That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
I just wanted to listen to what we had to say about it.
I missed it.
I'll hang up
Like
and
it's
listen
on
to it.
social. It's on social media, and I have yet to watch the whole thing. But it
was strange.
It was one of those moments where I was like, I got to turn the TV on because I've been running around trying to get all the stuff done I need to get done on Sunday, and in the house, and I'm like, I guess you got to get the TV on. I'm going to miss something. I turn the TV on, and Jimmy Johnson is bawling. And I can't back it up far enough to watch the whole segment. And I was frustrated that I didn't have the TV on earlier. But apparently, like, it's on social, and I haven't watched it all yet.
I haven't watched it either.
But I want to see it.
I've heard about it, but I didn't see
But
that
then
part.
it was like Jimmy going on and on and on about. By the way, this is another moment with Gronk, okay? So it sounded like they were giving Jimmy Johnson a farewell on Fox.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And then he never said, whether that was happening. But it was like he thanked his family, and these have been the best years of his life and the happiest time of his life, and it was great. And everybody on the set said, Jimmy, you've been the best. We've loved working with you, all the things that people say. And then Gronk was just lost. Like, he didn't know what to say. And at the very end, he's like, Jimmy, your smile makes me smile too. Thanks, man. At the very end. Wow. And then later, I'm watching Gronk on the broadcast, and this guy he's so out of place. Like, he's just used to being cool and hanging out. And like when you put him in this
old dudes.
professional old dude environment, he's completely like so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do.
He's so, and I'm not even knocking him. It's just like not him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, this is so weird. You guys are all so weird. What am I doing here?
See, Rob Gronkowski's like, he's like Jameis. I mean, he should have been doing what Jameis was doing all week
That
long.
was brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
The Jameis
Jameis
stuff was
Winston
incredible.
from out of nowhere.
Stole the
from out
Super
of
Bowl
nowhere.
week.
Most popular media guy down there.
Unbelievable.
Like,
all week long.
Absolutely.
Dan Skipper made an appearance in one of his videos. He didn't know who he was.
Jameis Winston.
He just knew he was an offensive lineman for somebody.
Jameis Winston has become so likable. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
This
When you
guy
can-
used to be like the joke of all jokes, the guy not to like whatever on that dude. What a punk, whatever. Don't like him. Easy to not like. How, like, now it's 180. How do you not like the guy?
When you learn to laugh at yourself, that's when all's forgiven. And that's what happened with Jameis. He learned to laugh at himself, and everybody forgave him for everything. Just like that. Because, first off, he's fun. And secondly, he's a natural communicator. I mean, that's why he's a leader. It's why he plays that position. It's why he's been good at that all his life. He's a natural communicator. Here's
what he said about getting ready for this week.
Well, I was looking for any opportunity to be involved in New Orleans for the Super Bowl because I live here. But Fox reached out to me, and they said, hey, man, we got this set up for you. We think you'll work for it. And at first I was like, man, like, I got to prepare for this. Like, what does it take? Like, how is this process going to work? Me being in this media space, like, am I going to be comfortable in this space? Obviously, the fear of the unknown. But I was like, hey, man, all I got is now. Like, let me go ahead and embrace this. I'm interviewing people. I meet a guy from UK running on the boardwalk. Yeah. I'm walking down St. Peter's. I meet a guy from the Netherlands. Yeah. And he said the only reason I'm here is for you, James. I'm like, there's no way possible. Like, you have a Super Bowl logo on your shirt. Like, you're here for the Super Bowl. But I think just the variety, like, this is the gumbo city, man. So when you add all those different mixes in a pot, you get something amazing. And I think the support that I've received from the city has been because my authenticity towards them and loving them. And when you give respect, you earn respect back.
You know, when you hear him talk like that, he knows what he's doing. This guy's not an idiot. Sometimes people, their public persona, you wonder what in the world goes through that person's head. But then you listen to Jameis speak right there, dollar signs are going through his head. I mean, that's a smart guy, and he's come into his own in that regard.
I do think that he is happy, like genuinely happy. Like, you know what I mean?
I think that's true.
You see him
seems to be that way.
Just energetic, upbeat, and it's fun to watch. I'm happy for him, and it's great for us. We all love great entertainment. Hey, speaking of happy, feeling good, looking better, having the energy you want to have, Sweat No Edge is all about that. Guys, we're terrible at following through on things, like going to the doctor or going to just get something taken care of.
Anything.
If you want to feel better, like, this is something you tackle it up front, and it's easy moving forward after that, but you literally don't have to feel bad. And you know what I'm talking about. If you find yourself in the afternoon just dragging around, like somebody tell me, golly, I used to be like I'm just get tired in the afternoon. Time for an energy drink. Well, there's a better solution where you feel good all the time. Our feelings impact our behavior, our emotion, how we act. The Sweat No Mag is a game changer. I mean, I encourage you to go to SweatnumCosmetic.com or stop by the office, give them a call, look it up online, ask them about the Sweat No Mag. And all it is you getting evaluated on where your body is, where your levels or your labs are low. Could just be supplements, could be a shot. There are all kinds of things that are completely healthy and life-giving that you could be doing that you may not be doing. The Sweat No Mag, SweatnumCosmetic.com. Get evaluated for free today. Find out where you stand and what your game plan could be if you want to make it happen. 7:45, it's the Chuck and Bo Show, Monday morning after the Super Bowl. Glad you're here. Back in a minute.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. I made some good calls today. You sure did. You sure did.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precedent. We'd love to help.
Fayetteville Auto Park has been Northwest Arkansas's premier automotive dealer for a long time. There's a reason for that. It starts with great brands: Acura, Chevrolet, Honda, Toyota. Plus, they've got a huge pre-owned inventory. They've got an on-site collision center. And that really is what makes them your one-stop automotive headquarters. The best brands, the best people, the best service, and the best selection. Whatever your automotive needs, Fayetteville Auto Park.
If you haven't tried a Flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
You know, I want Texas to lose. Yeah, I want them to rot in hell.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, do you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta WW book.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
You're listening to The Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
You did.
But I spewed it out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, it was a nice run, Chiefs fans. Time to get on with it.
Back to your regular team.
Back to the
fantasy's over.
Yeah.
You got to go pull for a team that doesn't make it to the Super Bowl every year. Yeah. It's not rigged in their favor.
I did come up with a scripted movie idea over the weekend.
Really?
Front Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a movie out like that? No, really. I think it'd be hilarious. It could be a good, like, I'm seeing Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell or maybe Owen, what's his name?
Wilson.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to include you.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. Like, Ben was talking about getting old. Like, stuff like that just escapes me now.
Oh, the Super Bowl will
Like
drive
this-
it home. I mean, we were going through the acts during the breaks.
Kinda like you used to be able to just rattle it off, and now it's just like, and I didn't even play like any sort of major tackle football. So like, I don't know, maybe I just
come by your CT, honestly.
Emotionally getting
Yeah.
roughed up.
It's a genetic deal. It's nice. It's not from contact.
It's all the overthinking in my own head. Yeah.
Well, it's
but I mean, a scripted movie, Front Runner, and just like somebody that's just a bandwagon, front runner, and that's all I have.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna write a screenplay.
Yeah,
but you haven't actually started yet. So join the list of millions of other people.
Right.
I'm gonna write a book.
Right. So when I'm 75 and I'm sitting around, I can tell people, I started writing a movie once.
Yeah. Got about a half a page in.
I came up with a title.
Writer's block.
Front Runner. That was it.
Writer's block for 30 years.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, look, it was good. It was fun while it lasted.
It was.
And I'll be back next year. I'm going to keep my shirt and my hat.
Are you?
Yeah.
They're not going to be back.
Might go to a game at Arrowhead again.
I think it's over.
But I do too.
I think it's
I
over.
do too. It was great while it lasted, but I think
runs come and go, and it doesn't diminish anything that they've done.
No.
But I think it's over.
Yeah. It's too
we'll
bad.
see.
It's too bad. It's so wholesome.
Yeah.
David and Cersei.
It's America.
David, good morning.
David?
I would have to say that the Super Bowl did not go the way I wanted it to, because I definitely wanted the Eagles to win, but I wanted them to win by stopping Mahomes at the 3-yard line when they needed 5 points at the end of the game and to win a great 21-20 game or something like that. But you can't have everything. And I like Andy Reid. I've said that. He's a good man. Mahomes is a good man. I like him. I don't enjoy their demise, but I wasn't expecting the game to be over with at halftime. And there was no drama after that. And you say, you kept thinking, well, it's Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't matter. They were not going to have enough possessions to win the ball game, so yes, it was over. And that's just pretty well the way it panned out. As far as Gentle Ben who called in a while ago, Ben, if you're still listening, brother, you call in. I enjoy hearing your calls, and above all, you are a good man. And last, when the Razorback game started, I believe it was Jimmy that said, well, we've got a big obstacle here. They had 3 6'11" guys in their lineup, and I thought, surely he didn't say 3 6'11". 2 maybe, not 3. So I jumped on my phone real quick, and there it was, 3 6'11", and I thought, that's just not fair. It's not fair. Listen, I believe you could fact check this. Throughout history, anyone who has ever made the statement, size doesn't matter, had no size. So there you go. Yeah. Anyway, we still got a chance. We're holding on by a thread, but we got a chance. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, David.
How about that?
He's been waiting all morning.
How about that?
He's been waiting all morning to
poetic
throw that
statement
one out there.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. 877-377-6963 if you want to get involved. By the way, I was at Blakeman's new it's the same location they were in for years, renovated and unbelievable. They had a grand opening on Friday, and wow, the who's who
What'd you buy?
of Northwest Arkansas. Well, I got a watch a little while back.
I heard that.
But there's a lot to buy in there.
We're all still working to pay for that.
But the people at Blakeman's are what make it so awesome. Go check it out in Rogers.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block. If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, GUTTERS.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978. There's nothing we enjoy saying more than I told you so.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or a do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, just a slight chance of rain north. Otherwise, we're looking at partly sunny skies, low to mid 40s. Rain chances, we could see some moderate to heavy rain tonight. Overnight, low to mid 30s. Little freezing rain north on Tuesday. Otherwise, occasional rain, highs in the 30s north, low 40s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Dumps it underneath. Golden shot blocked by Brazil.
Oof. Oof. We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Some of the people that text the show, I'm just going to have to mute them. When you literally text subconscious thoughts and you're at like 40 texts in a 24-hour period. Say it out loud. I'm texting subconscious thoughts to the Chuck and Bo Show incessantly. Look at yourself in the mirror and then like evaluate what's going on here.
It's like you're in a fight with your girlfriend or your wife. I'm going to get that last text in.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now, Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Making it a point to get the last text in is a bad plan. Just forget everything I said there a minute ago. There's nothing good about it.
And you realize that this morning. You know, the next morning you realize, like when you wake up with a little bit clearer head, you realize like, oh, that was a little much.
Probably shouldn't have done that.
Also, having been a dad for years that's driven my kids to school, I just had this feeling this morning that somebody got up a little late. You know, Super Bowl was last night. Everybody's off their routine a little bit on a Sunday night. Probably a few kids getting late to school today, and just, it's okay.
Probably a
It's
few
okay.
adults late for work.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or just dragging in.
Just take a deep breath. It's okay. You're going to get through the Monday. It's not the end of the world. We were a couple minutes late getting to school this morning. And just breathe.
Well, it was one of those games where you could kind of relax in the second half. If you didn't have a rooting interest, there was nothing to keep you on the edge of your seat.
That's when people start drinking more.
Well, maybe
you
so.
know what I mean?
Maybe
like
so.
they're bored,
Maybe.
and now they're like, "Oh, this will be better. We gotta spice this thing up." I'm still interested in Edwards' evening.
What about it?
Well, I mean, I know how it actually meant something to you. Like that, you are an actual Chiefs fan.
We were,
I just felt kind of bad for you.
We were at a friend's house,
Yep.
and the entire house was Chiefs fans, and it was negative energy.
Yeah.
We got out there
Yeah.
at halftime. I was afraid it was going to get violent amongst the family.
Well, see, as I mentioned earlier,
no, but it was getting ugly. Yeah.
And David,
It was a little negative energy is a good word, good phrase.
David alluded to this. You guys got off easy. It's not like your hearts were yanked out at the end of the ball game. No, they got off easy. It was over at halftime.
I was deflated.
They had the entire second half. Well, hey, it's been 3 good years. We won back-to-back Super Bowl tie. I remember the days. By the time the night was over, it was okay. Whereas, like, if you'd had your just guts ripped out at the end of the ball game, you might not have slept all night. So I
get
do.
the
I think they
game
got it
to get over it.
I think they
Yeah.
got off easy.
Yeah. What do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about the Super Bowl some more? Or you want to talk about the Razorback basketball loss?
Bart wants
where
to
they
break
are?
down the halftime show.
Bart,
I can sense it.
Let's go live to the Chevy Situation Room. Bart Pullman's back. By the way, if you're just joining us, Bart, after like a 12-day hiatus of COVID confinement, tested negative around 8 o'clock on Friday morning and immediately went to Einstein's, got a bag of bagels, and came into the studio, which sent us all scurrying under our desks. Chuck was in a fetal position in the corner of the studio with his hoodie pulled up over his face going, did you test negative? Did you test negative? Are you negative?
I actually, I
came
mean,
out for air.
I went to my old stuff, and I think I might have pulled out a mask or something.
Yeah. I'm sure, without a doubt, that you have a mask buried somewhere in that bag you bring in here. And
I
I
got a
only
lot of
know
stuff
this
in there.
because I did until just a couple of months ago when I changed backpacks.
I went.
And I said, I don't think I need that anymore.
Yeah. I went to a Cardinals baseball game during COVID, and they had these masks, these Cardinals masks, and I bought one, the cloth ones, the ones that didn't work. And so I've still got that one somewhere, but I think that's the only one I have.
Bart
It's like a
continues.
souvenir from that era.
Bart
Pardon me,
continues in the Chevy Situation Room. Chevy of Fayetteville, the official truck, the Chevy Silverado of the Chuck and Bo Show.
I think my enduring thought from this Super Bowl is just going to be kind of how cool the Jalen Hurts story is, right? Like when you really look at
that's your takeaway
his career path, right?
Hey, this was not about the Chiefs. This was about Jalen Hurts' moment.
I'm just asking.
So he doesn't win the starting job at Alabama as a freshman, takes it over one game into the season, leads them to the national championship game. They lose to Clemson. He's the starter the next year until midway through the national championship game when he gets benched for Tua. They win that. Now we go to his junior year. He's behind Tua. Tua's the starter. Tua is terrible in the SEC championship game. Jalen Hurts comes in and leads Alabama to an SEC title. He then transfers to Oklahoma, makes it to the NFL when a lot of people thought that he wasn't cut out for the NFL, that he wouldn't be a good NFL quarterback. And now he's lifting the Lombardi Trophy and is a Super Bowl MVP. And it's just a really cool story, and just like hats off to Jalen Hurts.
We need some musical background. to tell
that was
story.
motivational.
Some triumphant music.
Yeah.
Well, let's go hear from the man himself.
Well, I give all glory to God, first and foremost. He's greater than all the highs and the lows. And I just think, man, all the hard work, all the effort, all the determination over the years, and then carrying that over to this team, carrying it over to Philadelphia, and being able to build something very special over my tenure here and coach's tenure here as well. And so it all goes back to the work, and it's a team effort. I was telling Mr. Lurie, defense wins championships. And that defense played their ass off today, and it showed.
There you go. I mean,
there you have it.
Yeah, right at the end there, he's like it also. I do appreciate, like, people sometimes are too deflective in their answers. Like, they don't want to talk about themselves at all. And hearing about your journey can impact all of us. And there's an art to it of being able to answer the question about your journey or like my journey, but then also go into the other parts of this. Like, hey, it's not all about me. You asked me about me, and here's what I'll tell you. But like, this thing was really brought together by all the people they brought in, not just me. And I love that answer. But it, like, the defense was such a huge part of that game for Philadelphia. I mean, the defensive line. I mean, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, here's what I feel bad for Mahomes about. Like, there will not be a day the rest of his life where he doesn't at some point just wake up and start running. Like,
for his life.
For his life. Like they're after me again. They're after me. Like, in his dreams, like, his poor wife is going to wake up and he's going to be yelling, no, they're after me. They're after me. Help. Help. I mean, it was awful. That was the most surprising thing. I mean, it was like our 4 against your 5, and if you want to put a tight end or a running back in, it's not going to matter.
Chiefs'
Our
offensive line
4,
sucked.
oh my gosh.
The offensive line
Well,
sucked.
it's a reminder, guys, of what.
That's a Chiefs fan bringing it.
Now it's starting to come
Joe
out.
Tooney should never play another snap for the Chiefs as long as he lives.
Now, wasn't
he a Pro Bowler?
What is it with you young guys?
He's a guard, and
Now,
he played
wait a
left
second.
tackle,
Wait
and
a
he got
second.
worked all night.
I got to ask this. What is it when somebody like, with Doug Shows, Bart, not only does he not need to ref, he needs to be run out of the game. You're saying not only does the guy not like need to play better, he needs to never play another snap.
He can go play for
That's
another
where we
team.
live. That's
I mean,
the world.
What in the world's wrong with
I
you
mean,
guys?
you're not saying it unless you say it with your chest.
I guess
and
that's
saying
right.
it with your chest is they
right.
should never ever be able to do
He
whatever
can play
again.
in the NFL. I'm not running him out of the league. but
Like Chuck was
He
so
just
he
logical.
shouldn't play for us.
He should never play another
You said-
snap, though. I mean, he can be on somebody's practice squad.
No, he can play for any of the other 31 NFL teams if he
When
wants.
Bart tried to run Doug Schall's off the sport completely,
Out of the game.
You said, what do you want him to do? Like, have you thought about his life? What do you want him to do?
I'm sure he has some sort of other job that
What do
he
you wanna-
does.
what do you wanna do, work
He
like
might.
a
He
temp
might
agency?
sell.
What do you want him to
He
do?
might sell insurance. He might be,
Fix printers.
Yeah, he might fix printers. Who knows?
Well, if this ever falls apart for you, Bart, that's your
We
calling.
know Bart can
Let
fix
me
a
tell you,
printer.
that's your calling.
Bart
right
came
there.
in, and in 5 minutes, he fixed things that had taken us 12 days that we worked on for 12 days. I mean, it's remarkable, really.
All right, he can fix any. He's Mr. Fix It.
He really is.
He's a catch.
Always
He's a catch, ladies.
He
Let
is
me
a
tell
catch.
you.
He is. Let's do a charity bowl.
Can
this
cook.
year. Let's do it'll be like a bachelor.
Win a dream date with Bart.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a charity ball.
I mean,
I don't know that we need to do
back in
Yeah.
the old days,
Who's
we
behind
would-
door 5?
Back in the
like
old
Travis
days, you'd go
Kelce's
through
old
the
show.
entire spring ratings period doing this promotion, and on the last day of
that's
what we
right.
in the industry called the book,
The industry.
we would have an announcement of winning a dream date with Bart. There'd be all kinds of sponsors. Have a nice romantic dinner at Pizza Hut or somewhere like that, and
Hey, don't sleep on the buffet.
I'm just saying, I think it'd be a great idea. That's all.
Hey, by the way, right? Okay, this is free. I'm not getting paid to say this. None of this is like Chewy's. Catered. Like, get takeout. Like, if you're having a party from Chewy's, fantastic.
Really?
Yeah,
I was blown away.
I'll agree.
Like,
Chewy's is great.
Like, it's so hard to get food takeout and have the meal you want to have at home. Like, if you're having a little get together, that's all. I mean, I just try to pass tips along,
Huh.
But Chuck.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, well, the next time I need to cater a party, which will probably be never, I'm gonna call it Chewy's.
Can you tell me something that impacts my life, Bo? Is there anything in here for me? I'm looking for one nugget I can use.
That's funny.
877-377-6963. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Listen, we talk about breathing and how important it is all the time. I have people talk to me about sleeping on this show regularly. They go, what time do you go to sleep? Bart comes in here half the time. He's great. And the other half the time, he's like, I just didn't sleep very well last night. If you struggle on a regular basis to sleep well, you might have sleep apnea. And you should get checked for that. And at the Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine, they can help you with that. But if you already know you have sleep apnea and you hate the CPAP machine and you don't wear it, it is literally driving up your risk for severe health problems. At least get it checked out because there are surgical alternatives. When it comes to our health, I've just learned at this point in life, we're not educated enough. Like, we need to know things, but we've spent our entire life just turning our head the other way, and it doesn't go away. And it piles up, and eventually it can lead to, like, death. I mean, it's serious. Take control of your health. Take control of your sleeping. Go get checked out at the Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine. Dr. Scotty Bolding, an Arkansas native, world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe and sleep better. Precedent.com. Check out their website or call them 479-755-3000. The Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine. It's 8:15 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Can we just say, for all of you who get up early in the morning and you work so hard, man, we're glad you're here. We just really appreciate all the work you do to make Arkansas better.
You talking to me?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go. You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, full deck cleansing, and more.
Call my my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike
Junior's
Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Hey, Ty Richardson for American Patriot Promotions. They have their Berryville Gun Show coming up Saturday, February 15th and Sunday, February 16th at the Carroll County Fairgrounds in Berryville. Tickets are just $10 per person for the entire weekend. Only $8 for veterans, military, police, and first responders. Children 16 and under are free. For more information, go to AmericanPatriotPromotions.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Do you adhere to a budget, Chuck?
Not as well as I should.
Yeah, say.
Some people are like that.
I admire those people. I'm
not one of
I
them.
need to get on that plane.
I need to get on that plane too.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I had a flight by Yingling.
Did
to the
you?
Super Bowl, yeah. I did.
Were you overserved last night, or were you adequately?
No. It was
taken care of?
it was good. It was
adequately.
I was adequately served, not overserved.
I wasn't searching. I was
Okay.
just
I got you.
adequately
just
hydrated.
having a beverage with friends.
I hear you.
Had some like tacos, nachos kind of situation going. I mentioned that
grazing.
earlier.
Yeah.
More
Chewy's, wasn't it?
chips.
I wrote
Of
that
course,
down.
you know it's a good night when you can shove a cupcake in a cup and then also grind some ice cream into that and kind of make your own cupcake concrete. Just a little tip, another life hack for you.
Huh.
It's fantastic.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you start eating like cake or ice cream or together out of a cup, you'll never do anything else.
Yeah.
You got a little handle. You can have it in one hand and just use a spoon.
I don't
in the
even
other.
have to have it mixed up.
Yeah.
Just,
Right. Well, I mean, you get every bite that you
But
want.
it does
Yeah.
sound like it.
Cake in a cup changed my life.
Yeah.
Cake in a cup changed my life. Yeah.
Changed my life.
Yeah. About
I've been
a
looking
decade
for a
ago at
change.
Rick's
I've been
Bakery.
looking for a change. So
I
I'm
walked
gonna
into
try
that. I walked into that and get just as much icing and cake as you want. And none of this has anything to do with Flight by Yingling, but I did have one. It is the next generation of it does. All the things that taste great, I gave you a bunch of them right there.
Wash it down.
And Flight by Yingling is that Yingling taste, but a light beer. The next generation of light beer. Flight by Yingling. Pick it up at a store. Ask for it in a restaurant. I see it on happy hour special around town at different places. So there's another little. We're here to help. We're here to help. I don't know what to do for Chief fans this morning because I feel like what happened last night was the end of an era.
I think it's over.
I think the
era is done.
Now, Edward, you might feel differently.
What are your thoughts, Edward?
But as an actual Chiefs
now that you're wearing your Royals hat.
not a fake Chiefs fan like me, but like an actual Chiefs fan like you might feel differently.
Well, I feel good as long as we have Pat on the field. I think
you call him Pat.
Yeah, Pat. Me and Pat are on a first name basis.
Yeah.
He calls me Ed.
Ever since Texas Tech.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Back in Lubbock.
Yeah.
But I feel okay. We'll see what we do this offseason, but we've got to fix the O-line, man. It's bad.
Okay, as a Chiefs fan, do you want to keep Kelsey, or would you rather him move on or retire? Do you feel like
that's a question that I don't know the answer
whole
to.
thing has become a bit like a shell of him for his former self?
Well, that's 100% true.
Yeah.
He's
well,
far,
I mean, that's
far
a big
past-
deal because it used to be like he was the X factor.
Right.
I
But
mean,
against-
Mahomes is like we all know what that is.
Yeah.
But Kelsey was an X factor.
Well, against the Texans 2 games ago, he had like 120 yards, touchdown. So he still shows flashes, but last night, I mean, it just looked nothing like.
Well, I want to
we're
break
used
this
to.
down.
Yeah.
I want to break this down.
Go for it.
Time for Kelsey to go. Offensive line's terrible, but you feel good because you got Pat.
Right.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I understood. Kelsey's done. Offensive line's terrible.
And we have
But we got Pat.
We've got a great young defense. We've got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best quarterback in the league. and we've got good weapons around them.
Next 3 years, more success, Chiefs or Cowboys?
Chiefs, without a shadow of it.
Oh my God, Chiefs!
I mean, that's not even a real question.
Well, don't be so certain, boys.
I wanted to get into Chuck's wheelhouse.
Hang on.
So certain.
Hang on. When we started this radio
that's a
show
silly question.
near the start of the football season, Chuck said, "This is the Cowboys' year."
I don't recall saying that. I don't recall saying that. I didn't get my words twisted around a little bit there.
Doug Shells ran you right out of the career.
That's right. Not only were you wrong, you should never work in broadcasting again, ever.
Yeah, at any level.
Banished him.
No news, no traffic, no weather, nothing.
No, I don't want to hear you intro
Not just sports, but you're out.
Can't even work at the club.
I don't even want to hear you do time and temperature.
No, it's over.
The Cal Live show is at Sassy's tonight.
It is.
Chuck will be doing that.
7 o'clock.
Yeah. I might come tonight.
Really?
I mean, can you get a seat for me, like a +1, me and a +1?
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Sarah and I might come by and just. Could we ask a question?
Well, that would be up to Matt Zimmerman. Yeah. He's the one with the microphone.
What if I slip him a 20?
Room.
I know he loves a $20 bill.
A free meal or 20.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Food.
Easy.
Couple of coupons to
why not?
Some restaurant.
Well,
I mean that's I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
That's good.
I know the guy.
You got to know a way to someone's heart.
I do.
It's a love language of Matt Zimmerman's.
It is.
It is.
Free.
By the way, do you think Z's on top of his taxes?
I would imagine he is, yeah.
If you still haven't filed this tax season, Bart's shaking his head adamantly no.
I think he is.
Tell Z to go to H&R Block. There's one around every corner. 70 years of tax prep expertise can go to work for Z and anybody else. Get those taxes squared away at H&R Block today. You can't let that stuff sneak up on you. But if you do, they'll be there for that too. But you can take some stress and anxiety away by getting ahead of it a bit. The Razorbacks will play again on Wednesday.
Wednesday night at 8 o'clock.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Too late.
I agree.
They are killing this show.
Well, they're not just killing the show; they're killing crowds.
I was just looking at it selfishly.
Yeah, I understand. It's
I'm trying to watch these games, and I just drag myself out of bed the next morning.
They played their first midweek game. I forget who it was against. Was at 7 o'clock or maybe 6 o'clock. Every other midweek game's been at 8, and the Vanderbilt game will be at 9. So it's that's the thing.
Oh gosh.
That's the double-edged sword of all that television money is that you're gonna operate on their schedule.
Did that come out over the weekend?
Yeah,
Have we even talked about that on the show?
$52 million.
$52 million.
Thanks for playing, just for showing up.
SEC school, the SEC distributions to the schools. Texas and Oklahoma renew, so they got half. But it was like $53 million per school.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just for playing.
Yep.
Well,
and it disappears as soon as you get it.
I can tell you, like, Mizzou's an example. Mizzou joined the SEC. They started getting some of this TV money. It wasn't 2 years before. I mean, there's cranes all over that campus, man. I mean, their football facilities getting upgraded. They're working on baseball stuff. And you see that around the league. Now it's going to be different because now everything's going into paying players. If you don't have your facilities up to date, it's going to be hard to get that done moving forward because there's going to be so much pressure to have money in the bank to pay everybody.
I had a thought yesterday I wanted to share with you. I know you love it when I just have a random thought.
That you're looking to share.
I was driving around. In fact, I had to go to Sam's Club, to get some stuff.
Yeah.
And every time I get to Sam's Club, I'm like, what am I doing here? I need half of this. So then I got to get supply, like for a small army.
Do I have
But
do I have room to store this?
There's so many good things there, like the meat and all the stuff. Like you want steaks, they had great steaks. There's all kinds of great things. But then you want to get some other things, and you're like, I don't need 100 of those.
I don't need a giant tub of mustard.
What am I going to do with 30 cookies? Like we just need like a few. So anyhow, while I'm driving around, I'm thinking about the NFL and the process of how you get to. I don't know. My mind works strangely sometimes. Well, oftentimes. But I somehow got into this thought about 4-team divisions, 4 teams in a division, and what would that look like for college football? And if Arkansas was part of a 4-team division, and they played, these 4 teams, and if you are the top of your division, you're in the playoffs. And if your record's better than somebody else in a division, you're in a wild card situation. And so I'm talking through this, and I'm talking to Sarah about it, and she said, "Well, what 4 teams would be in Arkansas's division?" So I started picking teams that I thought they could beat. And she said, "It sounds like you're just trying to figure out a way for Arkansas to win." And I'm like, "But that's the NFL. That's the NFL. Like, how do we get to that model? How do we get Arkansas? And who are the other 3 teams with Arkansas in the division?"
Louisiana Tech.
No.
Arkansas
SEC,
State.
SEC teams.
Sorry.
Take SEC teams.
It's Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
I started with Mississippi State. I was trying to figure out how to get Vanderbilt in there.
You got to get the Western edge out here.
Missouri's definitely in there.
Yeah.
But Missouri, Oklahoma, who else you got? I mean, who would logically make sense?
Well, there's only room for one more after those
And
2.
does this give you a better chance or not?
Well, you play those teams twice, and then the rest of your schedule would be made up of other teams from the SEC, I guess.
I've just got this picture of Bo cruising around with his girlfriend trying to talk out a 4-team division in the SEC, and she's looking over. I go, "God, I love this man." I just can't come up with a better scenario for Sunday than us driving around and trying to figure out a 4-team division in the SEC.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
I'm winning.
Well,
Chuck.
Clearly, you are.
Let's go.
Because she broke it down with you.
Absolutely. Hey, by the way, speaking of winning, you should go to Oaklawn. We're going to go to the races soon. We got to get you out of this broadcast situation you're in where you got to call games every weekend.
Well, we're almost there. The Arkansas Derby is right around the corner. And I would imagine that we need to be front and center for
the
that.
Rebel Stakes is coming up Saturday,
I know it
February
is.
22nd.
I know.
$1.25 million purse. By the way, they got headline Oaklawn Entertainment at the Event Center. Sarah Evans is on February 16th. Clint Black is on March 21st. So go to oaklawn.com, get all the details on that. And, you can get the Oaklawn Anywhere app and play the ponies anytime you want.
That's what I've heard.
But I want, I'm ready for a trip to Oaklawn, though. Check out, like the restaurants there are amazing. The spa's incredible. The event center. I went and saw a comedian there, last year. It's time to get back to Bart went to the races without us.
I know. Did you win any money that day?
No.
No, you lost?
It was not a...
Was it a bloodbath, or did you hang in there?
I hung in there.
Yeah.
Probably broke even at the track, and then the tables, well, they turned.
I got you.
Yeah.
Did you wear a jacket, like a real horseman, a sports jacket?
Absolutely.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
Did you wear
Every time.
That's
A horseman,
big, man.
did you call it? Yeah, you like that?
Yeah,
Every time.
That's
Do you have a
big.
Every
picture?
time.
Do you have a picture?
Maybe. I'd have to
We'll
back
go to
and
the
look.
Arkansas Derby. Bart will be decked out in a seersucker suit.
I do have one.
Well, who doesn't? But
I do have one.
I
usually just
will
wear
be.
the jacket. I don't usually wear
You
the
go
full-
seersucker jacket only?
Yeah,
Wow.
with some jeans.
Wow.
Probably, yeah.
The Bart look.
Listen,
Well, for the Derby. That's for the Derby.
nobody does an event quite like Bart.
Well, he understands the theme. Some guys just show up and they don't think
He
about
does.
the theme.
That's true.
Bart thinks about the theme
Taylor
and
Swift,
dresses appropriately.
One way for
That's
Taylor
right.
Swift, another way for
Well,
Oaklawn, another
goes-
way for
goes-
a local charity ball,
Goes to see Taylor Swift. He's
I do
getting-
have a tuxedo.
another way for a Razorback
Yeah.
camp, another way to watch the Masters. This
All
guy's
the-
endless.
All the wristbands that I'm sure he
You-
wore to
you
the
said
Taylor
it
Swift
earlier.
concert, all the things like that. He won't wear those to Oklahoma.
And you just described it perfectly a moment ago. Like me not being Bart. Like Bart is a catch.
Well,
I'm talking about a 4-team division on an average Sunday afternoon on the way to St.
Bart's so much more worldly.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line.
Cultured.
He can talk about lots of things.
He could tell you all about the halftime
That's
show
right.
and the meaning of it.
That's
all last
exactly
night.
right. He could break it down.
Flip around on the other side and just take you to a Taylor Swift
He
concert.
understands the Kendrick Lamar Drake feud. He understands.
Well, now we do, thanks to
Yeah.
him in the Chevy Situation Room.
We do.
8:33. It's
We're glad you're back,
Monday. We
Bart.
sure are. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Building warriors.
Physical toughness and physicality matter more now than ever before.
Competing for each other.
You can care about the kids and still win.
Upholding the Hog standard.
Whatever we do, we'll have good people who are driven and wired, knowing that there's an expectation here and not being afraid of it.
This is one of those Razorback moments.
Follow John Calipari at Arkansas on the hardwood all season long.
Right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com. The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com. Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get kid here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, do you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta WW book.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You're losing the gist of what I'm saying.
Not.
You're
I
losing.
am not, but I had a moment to pounce on a great moment, and I did. I agree with you, and I love you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I do love you, Chuck.
Love you too.
Clay Henry said he cares for you some.
I have moments of caring for Clay. Moments. Fleeting.
Here's Josh from Harrison about Cal's jacket. I apologize if somebody else has already mentioned Saturday's loss is all on Chuck. Cal wore his red jacket, but no plum jacket from Chuck. Shaking my head. That's SMH, by the way.
Yeah.
Shaking my head.
I knew what that was. I went.
And then he went, I'm JK. By the way.
That means joking. That means joking, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even the proper JK.
Also, if you're going to go JK, you can't then say, by
the way, and spell it out.
BTW.
It's JK BTW.
Yeah,
Come on.
But by the way, I can't imagine what it's like texting with some of you guys. I mean, it's all abbreviations. It's like JK, BTW, LOL, SMH. Like,
I'm going to start only texting you in abbreviations.
Yeah. Pretty soon, that's going to be on your keyboard, like that you're typing on your phone. There's just going to be shortcuts.
I Google search all those. In fact, I have to lots of times to figure out now what was Bart meaning right there.
Yeah, it's you and Google have a slightly. Well, I was going to call it a toxic relationship, but I think it's more of a.
We're close.
I think it's a one-way. It's definitely one-sided.
We're close.
You're a taker.
We're in contact.
Are you giving anything to
We're
Google?
in contact a good bit.
Are you giving anything to Google?
No.
It's kind of like when you put Waze in your phone. Do you update? Like, is there a car? Is there a cop? Is there any of that stuff? Or do you just take it?
No.
You just take it.
No, I don't.
Just take.
I don't like post. Hey, cop it. Speed check reported ahead. I don't do any of that. No.
Chuck's not here for the people.
That's right. But now
he's looking out for Chuck.
I make a mental note of it when I hear it, and then like if I see an officer, if I see a state trooper, and I've not been alerted. Yeah. There's a speed check reported ahead. Then I'm like, well, what good's this?
Chuck involved in a fender bender. Policeman shows up. What happened? Well, I was trying to alert people that you were here.
That's right. I looked down to alert people on my Waze app that you were up here waiting, and something happened.
Yeah, just we're just all trying to help everybody here. Hey, by the way, it's National Clean Out Your Computer Day. Bart, who do you think needs to do that?
Well, I would say
in this room.
I would say that it's probably Bo and Chuck.
Starting with me.
It's these closed tab things, man. You got like 100 tabs to close.
The downloads, the unnecessary downloads on my computer. I'm like, there will come a point. Here's when I know it's time to get a new computer because mine can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's my abuse.
Every once in a while, I'll go to the sent page, emails that I've sent. Like there's 2 or 3 years worth, like files, audio files, video stuff, and that slows things down, from what I understand.
It does indeed.
Cecil, good morning. Super Bowl Monday. What's happening?
Hey, fellas, good morning. Good morning. I'm getting a slow start this morning. It was kind of rough on me.
Wow, it's
National my gosh.
National Football Hangover Day as well today.
Well, not hangover for me because I only go like a beer or two. That'll be it for me.
That's good.
Alcohol is not my best friend.
Yeah, feel that.
Hey guys, okay, I do need y'all sizes though. I'll get it from Ty. I'll get y'all a Super Bowl shirt. It's a neutral shirt because both teams are on there, so you know we'll just go like that. This year I'm like, okay, I'll just do both of them instead of just do one and one. Kansas City, man, boy, they never could get going.
They couldn't block them.
It shows you even a good team cannot play if they can't protect the quarterback or they can't get a push up front.
Now, I didn't see Mahomes scramble, but not like that. He was running for his life. And he was, I mean, you know, I really wanted them to do that, to do 3 in a row, man. That's something you rarely would see. I mean,
never happened.
I really wanted them to do that.
Nobody's even had a chance to do it. It's never happened.
No.
Nobody's even had the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, you're
in
right.
The
You're
NFL.
right. What they flashed up, they did flash on, what was it, the conference championship 3 times. That was it. That was the closest it got.
Yeah.
But the Razorbacks, man, my sciatic nerve was bothering me so bad. I had to go to the hospital.
Dang, bro.
You know, they sedated my hip. You know, they did. So I get home and I sit on the couch, and then I kind of dozed off. I'm like, and then I woke. I said, oh, I'm going to miss the game. I already had it. I had it on there. I had it on the channel, and then I passed out. Then I woke up. It was halftime. We were losing or something like that. We was losing like 15. I said, oh, well, we gave it a try. Next thing you know, I passed out again, woke up, the game was over, the Texas Tech game was on. And I got a phone call and they said, hey, man, we lost by 4. I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we had a good chance of winning the game. So I can't speak on it as I know Big Z had a good game because I heard it on the radio. They said he had like close to a double-double.
Yeah, 27. 27 points.
Yeah, Big Z is the guy. He's man. Hey, if y'all remember, I said, look, Big Z and Brazil got to play the whole game. The only way they come out is they tap their top of their head and say, Coach, I need to get a break. Other than that, they need to play.
Brazil's struggling though. He's not doing what Zabana.
You know, I still have faith in Brazil. I still have faith in. I don't think Brazil is playing. I don't know, but he's a better player than he is. That's all I can say right now. What did Davis do?
He was okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was the first, the last 3 ball games.
How many he hit, Chuck?
Oh, what do you have? 13? Yeah, he had 13.
But he was 1 of 5 from 3,
good.
4 of 13 from the field. He didn't shoot it as well as he did the last game.
Right.
Well,
that go to show you that. That we have big potentials. I think we're going to do good in the tournament. I think it's going to be in the SEC tournament. We see that we can win a big game. We can do that. So I think about tournament time, SEC time, get here, we're going to shock a few. We're going to shock some people. I think we'll be okay.
All right, Cecil. Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
You too, man. You too.
Alabama's better than Texas. Alabama's better than Kentucky. By quite a bit.
You said it. They're probably going to be number 1 when the new rankings come out.
I don't think that should be lost. Sometimes when we talk about these games, we talk about our team as though the competition from the other team's the same every game. And it's not. Alabama's best team Arkansas has played in a long time, maybe at any point this year.
877-377-6963 if you want to call or text the show. Don't forget, tax time's here. Ready or not, you can be prepared. You need to be prepared. You can do it with 70 years of tax expertise on your side to get a 100% accuracy and a max refund guarantee. H&R Block just around the corner. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
If you suffer from sleep apnea, but you can't stand wearing your CPAP machine, I've got good news. And you need it because not wearing your CPAP can lead to severe health problems.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you don't have good sleep, you're not only affecting your body, it can affect your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can increase weight gain. If you don't get good sleep, you also are not filtering your brain well. So sleep's very, very important.
Dr. Scotty Boulding, who's an Arkansas native and world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe better.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Call Dr. Boulding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good. The Chuck and Bo Show.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
So Arkansas puts me through a lot of pain.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
that's a 12-year-old saying, hey, the Razorbacks have put me through a lot of pain. I'm like, pal, you're just getting started, baby. You think it's bad now.
There will be a day, just like there were with the Chiefs, where there'll be a run here, and everybody will get on the bandwagon.
Yeah, that's exactly
Everybody
right.
have been a Hog
hey,
fan their whole
nobody's
life.
going to accuse Philip of being a front runner.
That's
That is absolutely for sure. Hey, spring's right around the corner. That means spring cleaning, and if you're having issues with your gutters or your drainage, call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated. They've got 30 years of experience, and they do it all. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching, French drains. They're fully licensed and insured as well. Every job comes with a 20-year warranty. Now, whether you're in Northwest Arkansas, whether you're in the River Valley, give them a call. Even if you're outside the area, give them a call or a text. You can send them a picture of the project you'd like to have done or a video, what you've got in mind. They'll get back to you, and they'll make the project become reality. And ultimately, that's what you want. Mike's going to let you know for free if you need them to come out or if there's nothing to worry about. Say you've got an issue somewhere. So go to hoggutters.com to find the number. That's hoggutters.com.
We talked about Jalen Hurts' story, his journey, the feel-good nature of it from all the adversity he's overcome, the ups and the downs. Good for him. How about Rick Pitino? Anybody feel good about this story?
A little bit different.
St. John's, one loss.
A little bit different.
They went to UConn and won. They're leading the Big East.
Look, Rick Pitino is one of the best college basketball minds and coaches ever. Like, that's not debatable. That doesn't mean I have to feel good about his comeback story.
I'm just letting you know it's happening. It's happening
He has
now.
done a great job.
They're very St. John's is very good.
He can flat out coach. There's no doubt about it. To quote Dickie V, he can flat out coach.
Bart, you are, among other things, as the expert here, and why we go to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room so often, the expert on gymnastics in the room.
It's a big crowd Friday
Another Bud Walton Arena, big crowd, big win.
That's our area of expertise on gymnastics. Hey, big crowd Friday night.
Right.
It was a big crowd.
Right.
Really good.
What
Really
happened?
good.
Arkansas won. How'd they do? I got no idea. But they had a big crowd.
Yeah, and they won.
Yeah. Beat number 2 Florida.
Took
Second
down
time
number 2
this year
Florida.
beating
And then-
a number 2
And
team.
then Jordan Weaver came back the next night and threw bowls to Red Panda on the unicycle. I kept wondering how Red Panda was going to get off the unicycle. I mean, she's way up there. She just jumps off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. Kind of freaked out.
She's a legend. Red Panda's a legend.
She is a legend.
Put her in the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure what Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
The halftime show Hall of Fame.
You talk about somebody that earns their money at halftime. Ooh.
She was way up there. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
red.
Hey,
Red.
listen, have a day. Have a Monday. We're going back and try it again tomorrow on a Tuesday. Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great